Man, it feels good to be back on a Sunday night live. That's right, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, not 1 p.m. with Chia Pet. Although, yes, normally doing pre records with him. We finally got a live show with him. So, shout out to Chia Pet for last week. Appreciate you. Feels good to be back. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern Time with you guys all here hanging out in the chat. Now, few things I want to discuss and mention before we bring in tonight's guest, because yes, we have a big show, guys. I see a few of you lingering here in the chat, and I want to let you guys in on a little secret in just a bit. Before we get into all that fun stuff, just want to shout out my boys. Yes, this past week I had the opportunity to join my brothers Justin, Nemesis Prime, and of course Zach, Milton the Manimal, over on the Comic Con podcast. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to give it a listen. If you didn't, it's right here. Season 4, episode 15. That's right. So I got to hang out with these dudes, talk nothing but fun stuff, comics, and all the good stuff. So if you are on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that fun stuff, go give them a listen. Subscribe to that podcast because it's one of the best when it comes to talking comics. And I promise they didn't pay me to say that. I swear to God. It's just, it's a channel I genuinely enjoy listening to. So nothing but love to them. And guys, check out something cool we're going to do tonight. Okay, we're going to do something totally different. You know how every week we do the books that sold within the week? We'll do the Baker Shakers, the top 10 lists, and all of that fun stuff. But tonight, we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to do a live viewing of a book that's coming to end very shortly. In fact, I want to share this with you guys. Spawn 350. This is a live Baker Shaker that's going to take place because look at this. This is the thank you variant from Todd McFarlane. But guys, Todd McFarlane was giving these out signed, right? So this one is actually unsigned, and it's probably the only one on the census right now in a blue label CGC 98. It currently sits with 47 bids. There's 36 minutes flat left, and it's sitting at 1,619 US dollars. Now, Michael Baker told me he's bidding on this, so we'll see if he wins it. But whoever wins it, I'm curious to see what's going to be the final price on it. So let's stick around. We'll see, guys. 9:45 is when it's expecting to end. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. I'll pop it back up as we get close to the final minute, and we'll see where it ends. All right, last thing before I bring in tonight's guest. I told you guys, 500 subscribers. Giveaways will take place at any point tonight. So, that being said, I spoke Michael Baker. Baker's donating. Tonight there's a giveaway. There you go. See, I didn't announce it. No social media, no nothing. Those of you watching the show tonight will have the opportunity to win this. So, if you're tuning in live, it's very simple. If you want to win this, Michael Baker is donating this for a giveaway tonight. It is the CGC 98 Ultimate Black Panther #1. Yeah, slight spec book, I guess you could say. But if you want to win, it's pretty simple, guys. Hashtag in the comment section, Baker Shaker. There you go. Hashtag Baker Shaker. One word. Don't forget the hashtag. And you're going to be entered to win this tonight. So if you, Eternal, I know you're sitting backstage. I see you, bro. You can make your entry on this. Feel free. Don't worry about it. Everybody who's here live, hashtag it. All right. There you go. See, the Baker Shakers are coming in. I see them. Hashtag. Yeah, nothing but love. Baker Shaker. Let's get to tonight's guest. Guys, I had the opportunity, and it's funny how this social media stuff works, right? This comic community, so to call it. I had Paperweight on the show. Now, Paperweight's become a brother. Literally, somebody I talk to every single day. I would say the last couple of days a little less. He's been busy partying. I see him, weddings. He's doing his thing. But it's okay, bro. It's okay. But yeah, man, got super tight with him, and he connected me with tonight's guest, man. And he's such an awesome dude. Somebody I've had the opportunity to chat with as of late, get to know. And he owns a shop, and some of my favorite conversations are with people who own shops, or they're doing cleaning, pressing, grading, people really involved with the other side of the comic stuff. Like, we're purchasing from these guys, so I like hearing their side of things, right? They catch people like us who tend to be those flippers, or whatever you want to call us, those collectors. So hearing what they got to say is always intriguing. So, guys, tonight's guest, Eternal Comics. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, buddy, man.
You guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming to hang out tonight, man. And of course, dude, like I said, had the opportunity to connect with you through Paperweight. Paperweight doing some awesome things on his end too. Yeah, what a gem, dude. What a gem.
My man is just 100% the best kind of human, dude.
Yep.
The best kind, and he's awesome.
Yeah, he really is, dude.
Complete shout out to him in the best way that I can possibly mean it, man. Without him, we would not be where we are. I could go on about that, but that's all I'm gonna say. So shout out to my man Paperweights.
Yeah, buddy. Don't boost his ego too much. Bro. Don't boost his ego too much.
Lord knows the head's big enough as it is, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm just messing with you, Paperweights. Don't punch me in the face.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate you swinging by, man. And like I said, you own a shop, right? You're located where exactly?
Okay, so Crump, which, I mean, that sounds silly. Crump, C-R-U-M-P, Crump, Tennessee. It's like 7 minutes from where I live right now. So it's actually at a flea market, right? It's a legit flea market. But just a couple years ago, I think it's like 2.5 years ago, man, my wife, who is an absolute queen, she's been in my corner from the start. Without her, none of this would be happening. But it just started with a green tote, man, that I bought from a guy at a place I worked. And she caught the fever. She started digging through, man. And I'm telling you, she caught the fever for hunting. And she loves comics now. But what started off with a green tote and setting up here and there, we would set up in parking lots at the town across from us and stuff. And it has really thrived, and God has really blessed us, and the people around us have blessed us. The Instagram community, dude, I couldn't have done any of this without people like you and Paperweights, our customers. The biggest shout out to our customers. So yeah, we're just a humble little, I don't even know if I'd say LCS. We're trying. We're trying, and we're hoping one day it's already turned into something incredible for the community. A lot of love. And it's about the reading for us. I mean, the specs are there and the flips are there and stuff, but man, those young readers is where it's at. We've gotten in the past year probably anywhere from 8 years old to 35 years old. We've started like 25, 30 different people on their comic book journey, and here we are.
That's awesome, man. See, that's what it's about. Yeah, man. Pass it on. Bring in the youngsters, man, because they're going to be buying the books from us in the future. That's what's up. I'm kidding, but no, of course, man. And it's awesome to see that now. I'm sure like you said, there's those collectors that are in this for the quick flips and all of that stuff. But I'm sure you see it all, man, within the shop, and dealing with having to order through Diamond or Penguin House and all that stuff. Could imagine how crazy it gets. The pull lists, people have their reserves and all of that stuff. So the grind you put in, I'm sure everybody that is a client definitely appreciates it. So, dude, man, appreciate you, man. So
thank you. Well, and listen, between my daytime 40 plus hours, manufactured homes. That's what I do during the day. Full-time dad, and then so our shop is only really open on Saturdays and Sundays, because that's the only time that time will allow. Now we have started opening a couple Fridays from people reaching out to us saying, "Hey, will you open the shop?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, yes, I will open the shop for you."
Yeah.
And this last Friday we had a guy come, and he brought his brother and his friend, and they hung out for 3 hours. And the dude is really, really supportive. But yeah, I digress. So we're doing it, and we hope one day it really, it already has turned into something, but we hope that it really, really turns into something for this community, because we don't have anything. You have to drive an hour in any direction to get to any type of LCS. Yeah. And instead of Diamond and Lunar right now, we're actually, because of you and other folks who have mentioned Comic Nation, we've been working with Comic Nation, and they have been awesome. I got nothing but good things to say about Comic Nation.
There you go, man. Look, that's another thing, man. What's his name? Paperweight was telling me how you have also connected and linked with Comic Nation. Again, it's just word of mouth. We all communicate and talk about the positive experiences that we have. So appreciate you, shouting them out, because Comic Nation, of course, yes, huge supporters of this channel. So greatly, I'm not speaking biased when it comes to honesty, dude. They will tell you straight up, like if you order your book, they will not fail you unless something crazy happens. Which until now, knock on wood,
Yeah.
I've never heard anything. So
Everything that man has sent me, I don't know if we use his real name or not, but anyway, has been nothing but near minty,
yeah,
just left and right, bro. He's killing it.
yeah,
And if I'm unaware of something that I should be aware of that's coming out that people might be interested in, like that Edge of Spider-Verse #1 with that Weapon X8, whatever it was,
yeah.
he helps me out. He helps fill out the gaps whenever I'm lacking. So
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep popping this up throughout the show to see
do it.
what price it's gonna end. So we've got about 27 minutes left. So
Uh-oh.
let's
Dang,
get.
that's a lot of money for that book, bro.
Yeah, I'm
That's
curious to see
crazy.
where that's gonna end, man. Blue
Yeah.
Label, not signed by Todd McFarlane, only one on census that I've seen so far. So we'll see where that one ends. But let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat before we get into some of the FOC picks of the week by Lefteros. So first and foremost, that was here. I think they were first in the chat. Love for Comics. I want to say there was someone else before Love for Comics. I think it was Spidey Hunter 12. So Spidey, I guess your comment disappeared, but nothing but love for Comics. Appreciate you being here, ready and accounted for, of course. And then you got Ben in the house, man. Ben LaRoche in the house. So appreciate you being here. You got Derek saying my son is also named Bort. All right. Appreciate you being here, Derek, man. Always appreciate your comments within the chat as well. So looking forward to chatting with you tonight. Michael Baker, that's right. What a show this is going to be tonight. There is a lot taking place tonight, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing that Spawn 350 ending and to see who wins the giveaway. But we got Pacino Collects in the house, man. Pacino as well. I hope you got your hashtag in. I'll see as we get through some of the comments. Gear Up to 60, one of the best pressers, cleaners in the game. Guys, go check his channel. He just dropped a ton of videos this week, man, and some very good ones too. His son is getting in on the action. Like you said, right? Bringing in the youngsters. He's even submitting cards, Pokemon cards and stuff like that. So always fun to see the unboxings. So definitely subscribe. Go show some love. We got Gregory in the house, man. Gregory's another friend here, of course, in Quebec, Canada. So if you guys are not familiar, that's where we're from. But we got Mr. Muggs in the house as well. What's up, everyone? Nice to hear, Ben. There you go. So appreciate you swinging by. You got Constantino, my brother out west in Canada. So appreciate you coming to hang out with us tonight. Steph's Comics, what's up, everyone? Cause of the rock and roll. That's right, baby. Lots of rock and roll. Keep away from sisters, bro. Keep away from the sisters. That's an inside joke if you're wondering, but he knows what I'm talking about.
I don't want to know.
you don't want to know, but appreciate Steph always, man. And another awesome guy, dude. Some of his books, his collection's insane, man. So highly encourage everybody, go follow him on Instagram. And of course, you got Sam Al. Did I win the prize? It's like somebody gave him a tip. I don't know who did that, but yes, Sam Al, if you got your hashtag in, we shall see. Christian's in the house. Christian, appreciate you being here. Who else we got? We got Derek C in the house, man. Derek,
I recognize that name. I don't know where I recognize it from. I think I see him on Thuro's show.
Oh yeah, very possible, man. Very possible. A lot of us crossing over, of course, man.
Yeah.
We all support each other. That's the way it's got to be, bro.
Hey, before you say anything else, can I just say how awesome Love for Comics is, though?
Yes,
look,
go ahead.
I put a poll up about bags and boards and switching, and they sent me a whole sampler pack with a bunch of different bags and boards for free.
That's crazy.
Shout out to them.
What was it? Was it Comic Pro? Who was it?
Comic Pro line.
Yeah.
Dude,
Comic Pro line's good.
Killing it. That's my choice from now on.
Yeah. No, dude, I do the same. I love them. Hyper, my brother Hyper's in the house. Hyper, hopefully we're going to get together this week to definitely record. Dude, the guy's been picking up some awesome collections as of late, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got in those boxes. Okay. Newbie Comics in the house. What is up, Newbie, my brother? I feel so bad. I'll say it live on stream, bro, but I tend to promise him I will help him go through the FOC with him on Fridays, and then come Sundays, I'm like, dude, I totally forgot. I suck. It's just it is what it is. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
I feel that that's that dad brain. That is
it is. Dad brain. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. But Poogs is in the house, man. Poogs, appreciate you swinging by to hang out with myself and Eternal tonight. What's Newbie asking? Heard they are not into video games though. Who? Now we into video games, bro. You know this. Come on. Eternal, we spoke about this guy. We spoke about this awesome guy.
That's I don't know that dude. I don't know that dude.
Paperweight, yeah, paperweight's in the house. I know he enjoyed UFC 300. Did you watch it last night?
I did not, man.
Oh,
I don't even know where my brain was at last night. I passed out at like 8 o'clock, man. I had this Joker right here was in my face. I picked this up at the flea market yesterday. This giant ass
nice.
Prometheus omnibus, and I almost dropped it on my face reading it. So,
yeah, I know that feeling,
yeah.
dude. I was telling Nemesis Prime and a few of the guys that when I play PlayStation, I bought a PS5 and I'm like, yo, I want to get into it and catch up on gaming because I've been slacking as of late. And I swear to God, I wish PlayStation gave out trophies for watching the main menu screen for a certain amount of hours because I tend to fall asleep with the controller in my hand and I wake up I'm like, what?
Oh, where am I? What year is it?
Yeah. Don't listen to BC on that pod. The Joker slander was BS. I didn't slander it, man. Dude, they did. I said it's going to be lined up for Oscars, but we'll talk a little bit about that later tonight.
And about the pod, I amidst everything else that was going on, I didn't know that you were on a podcast, so I'm going to have to go back and listen to that. That's
dude.
Bad, dude. I didn't even know.
No worries about it. Those are just some of the boys, man. The Comic-Con podcast. Yeah.
This guy right here, this is my man that I opened up for Friday night. He is a local here, and he has become one of my favorite. I'm not going to say how much this man has spent, but thanks to him, we're thriving right now. That's all I'm going to say. So definitely, where's my fingers at? Yeah, love for this guy right here, man. He is awesome.
There you go, Nathan. Appreciate you swinging by the channel tonight. First time I see you here, so hope you enjoy yourself. Subscribe and show some love. But yes, that's awesome to hear, man. Nathan, I imagine he's picked up some awesome books, so I'd like to see what he's got picked up over there.
I'm telling you, he's got. If you can find, I put a post shouting him out. He took a picture of everything that he picked up Friday night. He got some sick ass Jenny Fristen, Something Is Killing His Children variants. Yeah.
Nice. So, my brother Chiapet, I shouted him out early, and now here he is again. Chiapet in the house. Yes, we finally went live last week at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so appreciate you swinging by. And of course, I expect you to be active in the chat tonight. Looking forward to hearing what you got to say. And we spoke Comic Nation. Yes, one of the best in the U.S., so appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Supporting and doing everything you do for this channel. All right, I think...
And for the little guy.
Yeah, for the little guy. Yeah. N-Town 514, right? 514. And I think I'm at 514 subscribers tonight. So shout out to everybody who subscribed, showing some love. And there we go. All the Baker Shakers have poured in. So yeah, make sure you guys all hit up that hashtag. One of my favorite guys to chat comics with and of course listen to every Saturday night, man. Beyond Wednesdays, Brian McClay, guys. No introduction needed because he's one of the best in the game. But if you're not already, go subscribe to the channel. I imagine everybody here is because you should be. But yeah, one of the best. So appreciate you, Brian, for swinging by, brother. Hopefully we'll get together. I'm going to be away for all of next week. But when I come back from Europe, hopefully we can hang out again soon, man. All right. I think we got, no, we didn't get everybody because Cliff's in the house, man. How can I forget Cliff? Cliff, appreciate you. Yeah. Stop it. I'll give it to him, but I don't know about me, bro. We got Logan in the house, man. Logan, appreciate you swinging by tonight.
That's another one of my customers right there, bro.
There you go. Dan Delatorre's in the house. Dan, one of my favorite spine ticks, crushed it last night. Great show as always. You guys, dude, I saw your Defenders book. Absolutely gorgeous. We got Guy Forge in the house. I gotta check my DMs. I didn't see any food today. What's going on? It's past the Sunday, bro. Come on. But Guy Forge, appreciate you, bro. Nothing but love. We got Lady Loki 616 in the house. So there you go, Loki.
Another one of my customers there.
There you go. So nice to see them all swinging by tonight.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man. Hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate you guys showing some love to Eternal.
Showing love to you too, man.
Yeah. Spidey Hunter's in the house, man. Spidey Hunter. Like I said, I think you were here first tonight, so we'll give you the big love tonight. But appreciate you, bro. I don't know if you're working tonight, but if you're not, enjoy the show. Red X Death is in the house. What's going on, homies? Right back at you, brother. Now don't forget the hashtag Baker Shaker for a chance to win. Yeah, Jordan's killing it, man. Doing his thing. We got the Canadian Survivalist in the house. We got Shop for Comics, man. Shop for Comics doing some of the coolest art on Instagram. If you guys aren't already following him, go check him out. He's actually doing a line of X-Men stuff right now. Dude, I love it.
Okay.
I
You
see
got
what
my
he's doing.
attention. You have my attention.
Yeah, dude. Awesome stuff. JF's in the house. North 49 is in the house. Nothing but love to everybody swinging by. We got Joffrey Castro in the house.
Man, it's loaded tonight.
Yeah,
Wow.
TK is in the house. TK, bro, I will see you tomorrow morning. Yes, at work. This is one of my colleagues, but I consider a brother. So appreciate you, bro, for supporting tonight. But all right, I think we got everybody. If I missed you, I definitely apologize. We got collective therapy.
Hey, my man.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Definitely check that guy out. He is fantastic. I talk to him literally every day. He's actually turned into like a best friend. So
there you go. That's awesome. But guys, one last warning, okay? If you want hashtag Baker Shaker for a chance to win this slab tonight, we're giving away the Ultimate Black Panther #1 by Michael Baker himself. He's going to be giving this up for a giveaway tonight over on this channel. So you have well, I don't know how much time you have, because we said something backstage, Jordan. We said you are going to select at any point within the show. We could be in the middle of something. You could tell me, BC, do the draw right now, and that's how we'll do it. Okay.
God, I hope I don't forget though, man. Don't.
You won't forget. You won't forget. You won't forget. But
I have dad brain too, man.
Yep. Tell your friends, guys. Let everybody know giveaways taking place tonight. Now we're gonna get into the first portion of the show, which is the FOC picks of the week. So, Jordan, I gotta ask you, bro, are you ready?
But I'm ready. Let's do it.
That's it. All right, guys, it's the FOC picks of the week for April 15th. Now, of course, the picks selected by our brother Lefteros. If you guys aren't already, go follow Lefteros over on Instagram for his picks of the week, and of course over on Cover Price, where you can see an even more detailed list of his picks for the week. But we're gonna kick it off with actually giving a shout out to Comic Nation. Can't forget Comic Nation. Show them some love. Go visit the website, comicnation.us.
You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, 15% off already on the cover price, but get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code BlackCrown, which will total your discount to 20% off. So, first book up for grabs this week. I actually think this is cool, man. Ain't No Grave, #1. This is the cover A. Western style fantasy tale. Now, look who's writing this.
Scotty Young. I know. I thought about that, man. I showed my wife, and she about lost her shit because she loves him.
Yeah, dude. So I'm excited to see this because, Scotty Young does some awesome things, especially not just art-wise, but like writing-wise as well, man.
What the I Hate Fairyland was his story, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Now,
but I think it's cool that you'll get to see him doing something that's not his art style.
Yeah. You see, that's where I'm going, man. So I think it's awesome. I really think this is neat. It's got my attention
too.
Yeah, it's got my attention. So I think I'm going to be picking this one up at 100%.
Yeah, I'm going to need a couple of those for my store, so I'm going to be hitting Comic Nation up to get some of those.
Yep,
for sure. Because I mean, that's a cover that would grab my attention.
Yep, no, for sure. But all right, let's move on to the next one, guys. Hit your hashtag Baker Shakers again, because I'm only seeing on my end 12 entries. I know there's way more than that entered. So I think the StreamYard stuff is not doing a good job with their picking up the hashtag Baker Shakers. So I want to make sure it's collecting all the proper comments. So make sure hashtag Baker Shaker. But all right, let's move on to the next book. Now, this right here, you've been heavy on Batman. I know you have, because I watch your stuff on Instagram, so I know it's there. Now, Batman 147. Here we've got the cover A. Possible introduction of a new Zur-On-R. Failsafe sidekick is pretty much who this is. Look, again, Joker year 1. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I almost feel like there's no in between, right? It's like people either really hated it or really loved it. I thought it was all right. I enjoyed it. It started off great, but then after, I could understand why maybe some people were not too crazy about it.
Yeah.
Now kicking off here, we've got Batman 147. You're still picking up Batman?
I am reading. I am reading Batman digitally. I actually took everything from 125 onward that I had, and I moved it because man, I just got to be. I have a whole spiel about this on my Instagram and TikTok. You can check out. But Chip has lost me, bro. I'm reading digitally, and that it is what it is. I'm not gonna spill everything, but it's all good. It is what it is at this point. If I'm being honest, that's just me though. That's just me.
Yep.
So
Yeah. See, Cliff's saying, "Bring on that Instagram rant, baby."
yeah, I don't think we have enough time. You would need like 10 extra minutes for that shit. All I'm gonna say is Chip must think that Damien and Babs and Dick and even fucking Superman is dumb as shit to actually believe that that motherfucker is in his body. Like, oh yeah, I just beat him. Oh, by the way, yeah, I want like stop. You got some weak ass writing going on. You need to pull it back because you're juggling way too much, Chip. You got all your chips on the table, and you are not winning this bet right now with me. That's just me. So I'm gonna stop right there. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop.
There you go. But all right, moving on from Batman, we've got the Energon Universe 2024 special number 1. Now, this is the cover A, and it's a new printing of the upcoming Free Comic Book Day Energon Universe special. And the story and art is by various artists. So pretty neat here. If you're following the Energon Universe, or if you missed out on some of the stuff, this might be a good book to pick up for yourself and just get caught up with certain things. So I think this is a neat pickup.
That's a cool cover too. I like that cover.
Yeah, dude, you got Megatron and Optimus going at it. How could you not want this cover?
Yeah. What's up with the Golden Axe too? That shit's pretty clean.
Neat, right?
I like that. And I'll tell you too, everything to do with the Energon Universe has been flying off the shelves at my store, man. Like the day they come in, they're gone.
Yep. But Nathan,
the Jordan rant.
I saw Nathan's comments. Hang tight. We're gonna get there. But Leftero saying apparently this is the exact same book that is free on Free Comic Book Day 4 days before release. So
interesting.
Yeah. But all right, let's move on from this because we've got Carnage number 7. Now, this for myself is a straight up cover grab because those Stormbreakers variants have been awesome, but this one in particular is a cover depiction of Carnage as Ghost Rider. I think this is badass.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to front. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, mind you, the Carnage read has been pretty decent, but I think this is mostly cover grab for myself.
Yeah. Okay.
But all right, let's move on from Carnage. We're going to get to Ultimate X-Men number 3. Now, I know, again, another book that seems to have people divided because up until now, man, Ultimate X-Men, including for myself, I found issues 1 and 2 to be rough. It's not exactly, it's something totally different, right? Okay. Totally different, but it's not the X-Men that we, were anticipating for the Ultimate Universe. It's different. It's different. All I'm going to say. I'm not going to. Yeah,
it's kind of odd that Marvel would put all the chips on the table with somebody who, again, you got a divided audience. So it's weird that they would want to bring in what's supposed to be a heavy hitter with somebody who doesn't hit as heavy.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
Yeah, but look, Momoko's doing her thing with this. Some people like it, some people hate it. But right here, we've got the main cover. Now, the book's going to have the origin of Maystorm, which we just recently saw in the last issue, and the first appearance of Earth 616, Nico Minoru. So pretty cool, but not just this cover. Guys, keep an eye out for this one as well. This is another variant done by Momoko, and it's the first cover appearance of Earth 616's Nico Minoru, Mori, and Natsu. So pretty cool.
I feel like anybody who listens to My Chemical Romance would enjoy that cover.
I feel targeted though because I do listen to My Chemical Romance.
That's what I do too. So you're good.
I'm totally kidding. But Cliff saying different isn't always good, but I don't hate Ultimate X-Men. There you go.
Okay.
Rocksteady saying Momoko is somehow getting worse at covers. Hey,
tell me how you really feel.
But I don't disagree, man, because Momoko is not entirely my favorite in general when it comes.
Well, I don't feel like Momoko is geared towards adult audiences.
Yeah.
Right. So
very true. Red X saying, yeah, I didn't even recognize issue 1 as X-Men, but it seems like it will be a good read. Uncanny Swag's in the house. Swag, appreciate you, bro. Like I said, definitely go check out Spine Ticks last night. Dude, the channel's exploding. They're doing great things over on that channel. But yeah, man, Spine Takes had a great episode last night. Great books again by Swag, and ironically pops in as we're talking X-Men. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, let's get to the next book because we've got What If Venom #4. Now, this Venomized Loki cover by Rod Reese is sick. One thing I want to say about this entire series so far, it's been fun, man. It's not entirely my favorite thing, but it's been fun reads. It's very interesting to see some of these designs as well. I know we got some Venomized characters back in the past where we saw, even those Funko Pops. I don't know if you remember, there was a lot of those Funkos going around. But this cover with Loki on it, this design, love it. I think this is sick.
I'm just saying, if I saw that Joker sitting in the corner of my room, that's horrifying.
Yep. Yep. It ain't something you want lingering in your room.
Well, and I feel like it's with the black background looking like the smoke's coming up. It's kind of a simple cover, and sometimes simple is better. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. But all right, let's move on from this because we've got Wolverine #1. Now, what might be the big book of the week because everybody's been anticipating Wolverine, but this right here is the Scotty Young cover. Now, we saw the Scotty Young cover that he had done for Ghost Rider. Remember that one not too long ago? Did very well on the secondary market, man. I was seeing it go way above cover price. Now, when I say way above, I'm not talking $100 to $300 raw. No, it didn't hit those.
What are you talking points. About? Like the $10, $20 mark, something like that?
Yeah, man. I was seeing it holding at around $20 Canadian. So that's pretty impressive for a book that was $4.99. So not too bad. But of course, the slab is doing great. And I got to be honest, that Ghost Rider one is probably one of my favorite Scotty Young covers in quite some time.
Okay.
But now this Wolverine one looks slightly familiar, but yet different. So.
We'll again, you also have a little bit of simplistic with just the black background that kind of makes the character pop. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I love it. Scotty Young, like I said, the Ghost Rider one was amazing. This Wolverine one is amazing. Yeah, man, gotta love Scotty Young. I couldn't agree more. Shop saying as well, Scotty Young, greasy looking book. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like it. But one cover you want to keep an eye out for. Guys, on FOC, there is a spoiler variant. Now, apparently within this book, we're going to be getting the Hellfire Warriors. So is it possible we're going to see them on this cover? Who knows? But there's a spoiler variant. So keep an eye out for this one. If you have the opportunity now, before a book obviously explodes, this might be a good chance to pick it up at cover price or with the 20% discount if you use that 5% discount code over on Comic Nation. But yeah, I'm picking up both of these covers.
Cool.
Yeah. And all right, we're going to get to the next one with Rad City #1. Where are you? Where are you? Who was it that mentioned this earlier before?
That was my man, Nathan. I've already got one on the way, and he is very much looking forward to this. I think I've got like 4 or 5 of them coming, and he's already claimed one of them. So there he is right there.
Yep. So Nathan, Rad City #1. I actually enjoyed the read. I was actually over on the podcast with, the Comic-Con podcast talking about this, and we were saying, how, look, out the gate, lots of action. I won't spoil the book. Because especially if Nathan hasn't read it yet. But it was a very fun read. There were points where it kind of reminded me of Flash Thompson. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Okay.
All right. But
cool.
It was cool, very 2099-esque. Although Michael Baker saying Spawn 2092. He's not. I know what he's.
Honestly, I kind of feel like the design variant there matches for this particular character, and I like the fact that it's not just a white background either.
Yes, I hate design variants. I think this is a very nice one, so I give it to them. They got my money on this one. I'm totally grabbing it.
What is it about them that you hate?
I just don't like design variants. I just find they're like, I want to say boring. Like I like picking up covers that really stand out. I find design variants
is cheap.
Yeah, kind of. And especially that majority of them, especially for Marvel, have been 1 in 10s. I'm just like, it's kind of lazy, right? Like,
yeah,
just my opinion. But hey, man, there's people who enjoy those. So
when did those really start taking off? Because I didn't start noticing them until maybe a few weeks ago, honestly.
Yeah, no, dude, there's a lot of them, especially Marvel. Like, Jesus, the amount of 1 in 10s.
Yeah. Insane. I don't see any on DC.
Yeah, true. Well, I've seen some. I don't know if you remember. They're kind of design variants, kind of. But anyways, Nathan saying, dude, futuristic Spawn, that is absolutely a pickup for me. Yeah, it was a good read.
I got you, Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan, let me know what you think about the read afterwards, man. Once you finally get to read it, come back in the comment section or hit me up on Instagram. I am curious. But We got K-pop junkie in the house, guys. Go show some love to Katie. Subscribe to her channel. She's doing nothing but great things. Appreciate you, Katie. And of course, Caroline's in the house. So Caroline,
That's my
appreciate you being
queen.
here.
That's my queen. That's her.
There you go. So the one that's holding the fort, holding it down.
I'm telling you, she's 19% Scandinavian, so she's legitimately a shield maiden. Like when Daddy ain't home, she's doing all of the things, and even when I am home, she's doing all of the things.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Dude, what are we without our wives, man? That's the reality. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Dudes
Shout out.
we're without our wives, we are dudes who want good wives.
Yes, exactly. So, shout out to Caroline. Appreciate you swinging by and supporting. But moving on from Rat City, we've got this awesomeness right here. That's right, Ghost Machine. All this fun stuff.
Man, Ghost Machine has been killing it on the trigger. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we've got first issue, second printings here for Geiger. We got all of this awesome stuff. So guys, don't miss this. If you did not have the opportunity to pick it up the first round, well, here you go. This is your chance right now to pick it up the second time around.
I don't know if I like the yellow though.
That I agree with you. Now, maybe, it's very fitting for my screen right now, right? Because there's a lot of black and yellow. But besides that, yeah, I totally feel you. I don't like books where they just color swap or they just throw one big color over it. I want some new cover, right? I want something original. So it is what it is, man. But regardless, pick it up for the sake of read. Now, yes, Michael Baker bringing to our attention that there's 2 minutes for that for the Spawn 350. So we'll get to it in just a second. But some incentives, Bloodhunt Red Band edition number 2. This is the 1 in 25 incentive Wolverine homage variant depiction by Logan Lubera. Very nice cover. I really dig these. But if we're gonna talk big books this week, I think this is gonna be an awesome read. I'm looking forward to this because Doom number 1 drops. This is the main cover. In the near future, Doom alone must save the Marvel Universe from Galactus. Now, this green cover is awesome. But the 1 in 100 incentive, also available in the trade at cover price, but Grainov fucking killed this cover, dude. Yeah. Jordan, I don't hear you. I think your mic just went dead or something. Just check that out. But regardless, I think this is an awesome book. Totally picking up the trade. Can I afford the 1 in 100? Absolutely not. But all right, guys. Those were the FOC picks of the week. Who am I? Of the week. Support Left Arrows by following comicnation.us. Go visit the website, get your orders in, and make sure to use the discount code BlackCrown for an additional 5% off, totaling your discount to 20%. And of course, go visit Cover Price, the best comic book price guide around, where you can see an even more extended, detailed list of Left Arrows' picks for this week. Guys, it is time we tune in to that book because it's ending in 11 seconds. So I'm bringing it up. Come on. Hold on. There you go. 2, 1. Oh, here we go. End it. Holy shit. Did you guys see that? $4,000? What? Jordan, where you at? I got to bring you in. I got to hear this.
Here we are. Somebody tried to call me. I was afraid that was going to happen. And I think it kind of messed with my mic. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay,
I hear you.
Okay, so what was the end there? What did it sell for?
Yo, it's sold for. Hold on, Spawn 350. Dude, it jumped to like. Hold on, CGC 9.8. Thank you. Holy cow, man, that was insane, dude. It jumped to like 4,000 something.
I thought that's what I saw. Are you kidding me?
Yo, yeah, I don't. Baker, please tell me you did not get aggressive on this one. Holy shit. Yeah. Swords. No. Where is it? There's a show I never use eBay on my computer.
Yeah. Where is it?
Hold up. Whatever. Okay, here, I'll just check it on my phone.
I was about to say, I know it was 4,000 something. Oh my God.
That is madness. So it's sold. Guys, it sold for $4,350 US. That was the sale.
My God.
Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah. Wow. So I guess that'll be on next week's Baker Shaker. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question then. In 3 years, the person who won that book, are they going to look back and say, "Damn, that was a lot of money that I spent on that 9.8 modern book"? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not shitting on it, but like, that's a lot of money, man.
Dude, it is nuts. Yeah, Mr. Keys sniping. Yeah, I don't think that's Keys, bro. That's for sure, man. It's insane. 4,350 US dollars. But look, okay, look. Let's factor one on the census, not signed. We saw them all signed, right?
Okay.
Insane. Insane. But is it justifiable? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, realistically, I don't know. I kind of look at everything from a perspective of a dad and a family man. I'm like, I could understand if you were talking about $4,000 for some type of important silver or even, I don't know, bronze key, but that's a lot of money for a Spawn modern. I mean, I
Yeah.
get it because it's not signed. That's awesome. It really is.
In case anybody thinks I'm lying.
4,350. Ooh, man, why you even got to throw up the 99 cents? If you're going to just drop the freaking 99 cents, bro.
Keep the change, bro. Keep the change.
Oh, God. You know what? I would carry that thing in a suitcase everywhere I went and just show it to everybody if you're that proud of it.
Yeah, see, gear up. This is what I'm wondering is, are we going to see more copies now? Because up until now, I haven't seen any. And we've seen this book hit the top 10 list since its release, right? Everybody wants the thank you signed by McFarlane. So it's interesting, though, because 4,350 US dollars, here's how I see it right now, especially with CGC, who now is, going to be verifying signatures. It's fine, right? So
Yeah.
is because like the signed copies aren't even selling for that much, right? So it's interesting.
Well, are you telling me that Mr. Todd Father himself doesn't have 10 or 15 of them Jokers unsigned sitting in his closet right now?
Oh, that's probably the case. But very interesting sale. But it's time for us to continue talking sales because we're going to get into the market talks for this week. And it's a heavy week, bro. There is a lot of books. That tax money has been definitely coming in for all of us with the income taxes. So
the tax money has helped my store. I know that.
There you go. But Jordan, I'm going to ask you again. You ready to talk market?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to talk the market sales that took place this week. Now, of course, what does this list entail over on this channel? Well, we're looking at some of those sales that took place across all lists. So CBSI, Cover Price, eBay, Go Collect, Key Collector, you name it. But tonight, a very, very Baker Shaker heavy list again. That's right. So Michael Baker putting in that work. And let me tell you, he sent some fire books because, like I said, those income tax dollars are rolling through eBay right now. So let's get into the first one. And we're going to get the Silver Surfer stuff out of the way, bro. I've been avoiding putting this book on the list for the longest time, but it's definitely up there because Earth X issue 12, now first appearance of Shalabal, debatable, as Silver Surfer. Raw high, dude. This is raw. 110 Canadian dollars. Number one on Cover Price. Great book. It is a great book. Earth X is a great read. But damn, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I can't see the spine or anything, but it looks like it could be a near mint.
Yeah. Oh, listen, near mint or not, $110 for this book that has been completely ghosted for several years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely
like
crazy.
If it was just me and I was not paying attention to the price guide or anything, I would probably throw that in one of my boxes for $4 or $5, honestly. But that would be on me, but I don't know.
And Uni nailing it on the head. That's what I said. Debatable, right? Because there's the wizard book that people completely overlook. Now, there is that one page with her on it. So if you guys don't know, we'll talk about that a little later, maybe. But yeah, this is the one that everybody's chasing. But it doesn't end here for Shalabal because check this. What if issue 37, first appearance of Shalabal as Starglow? Now, this is kind of the reason why I enjoy these lists every now and then. Because yes, as much as I read as much as possible, this is one I had absolutely no idea about. The book came in at number 5 on cover price and number 8 on CBSI. Raw high, 35 US dollars. Now, what if in general is something I've completely I don't want to say completely, but I've neglected, right? I've neglected.
Same, same,
I
yeah.
I set it aside. I don't really read them all, but I do appreciate some of the stories, right? Like, what if Gwen Stacy had survived and all that fun stuff? But this right here, mind blowing. Because now I guess people speculating. Whoa, Shalabal has star glow. Let's pick this up, right?
Mhm.
So
I really like the way that Beast is drawn on that cover. That's pretty sick, man.
yeah, yeah, it's awesome, dude. It looks incredible. But
I don't know. I guess
it,
35 is fair enough if they're considering that her first appearance as Starglow.
yeah.
Obviously is. So this garbage.
Cliff, tell us how you really feel. Yeah. Bota BD in the house. Bota BD. I was actually right in front of your shop on Saturday night. It was maybe 5:05. You guys had just closed. I was hoping you were open. I was going to come say hi, but definitely show some love to La Boîte à BD if you're out here in Laval, Quebec, Canada. Caroline, of course, yes. Poor Silver Surfer. Nobody really cares about him. I want to give a huge shout out to Kimberly. Thank you so much for the super chats. This is, I'm
Wow.
assuming, yeah, your daughter. I
That's
will make
awesome.
sure.
I
will
didn't
make
even
sure.
know she
Yeah,
was here. Thank you, baby girl. You're awesome. You're getting a couple free books from the store, baby girl.
there you go. I'll make sure to send that your way because by no means do I want any of
No,
that.
that's yours. That's
No,
yours. She sent it to
no,
you.
no. But thank you so much, Kimberly. It means a lot, especially your dad being an awesome guy for hopping on tonight, showing nothing but love. Yes, like the all the
Look, we're getting all emotional and shit. This is not supposed to be an emotional show. My daughter's gonna make me cry, so stop.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, next time. But I mean, 5 o'clock, locked the door and took off. But again, I just want to say a big thank you again, Kimberly. Means the world. So
That's
nothing but
awesome.
love back at you.
You could not ask for a better kid. She's amazing.
Yeah, there you go, Lady Loki.
But she is 11 going on 17. I'll tell you that much.
Ah, dude, yeah. My kid's 4 going on fucking 24. The guy's blasting me every day. But anyway, let's end it off with one more. Shalabal. Yeah, Shalabal. Silver Surfer #1. Now, this is not anywhere close to Shalabal territory when it comes to speculation. Because up until now, no one even spoke about Shalabal for this book, right?
Look,
It's
I'll be
always
honest with you,
been.
I had never heard of her until everybody started talking about this.
Exactly, right? So, first appearance of Shalabal, origin of Silver Surfer. I think that's the only thing people really cared about up until now, the origin of Silver Surfer. And forget any of that. It's just one of, if not maybe the best Silver Surfer book out there. I would say there's some others. I'll put #3 up there as well with, Mephisto. But great book. Shalabal, whatever. But CGC 7.0 sold for 1,650 Canadian dollars. Came in at #6 on cover price.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I guess it's justifiable. So we're talking about first appearance, origin. Origins are always super important, and especially if it's considered origin in the canon and it sticks, that's really something that you treasure. And it looks like something that should go up on a wall. Like if I had that in my store, I'd probably have that on a wall. So I guess it's justifiable, honestly. 7.0, it's pretty.
Yeah.
That's a decent grade.
And it's not bad.
One I've ever seen come into my store.
Yeah, there you go. Again, Kimberly's. We got to put a stop to this. You're too kind. You are way too kind.
What is
Thank
going
you so
on,
much.
Kimberly? You're spending all your money, but it's okay because he deserves it. Let it go to this man right here. He's
Appreciate
putting all the
you.
work in.
Kimberly, thank you so much. Jordan, after the show, hit me with your address. I'm going to send some stuff for her. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Yep.
Right on.
He probably locked the door because saw you across the window. I don't know what you're referring to. There you go. Yeah. The ahs. Everybody hit the ah.
Hashtag
Yeah. Look good in the lighting. Yeah. He looks great, dude. Yeah. There you go. One of the best covers is still going. Kimberly, stop. Thank you so much.
What is
Kimberly.
happening
Appreciate
right
you.
now?
Appreciate
What is she doing? I love my daughter. My God.
Yeah. That is awesome, man.
She's awesome.
All right. Let's move on to the next book because we've got Batman the Killing Joke. Guys, the number you are seeing here is not wrong. Now, the book here, notorious Joker book, if not one of the most sought out for Joker books. Any Joker fan wants this in their collection. And within this particular issue, Joker cripples Barbara Gordon, but a CGC 10, a 10 sold for $28,000. $28,800 US, number 16 on cover price. This is wild.
Are you sure you want to ask my thoughts on this one?
Oh, yes.
Look, I got to be honest with you, man. With all of the controversy that's been going on and some of the court deals and the insider trade, I'm not just going to sit here and shit on CGC, but I will say that I am aware and I pay attention, and I just think it's interesting that all of a sudden we have a 10. That's all I'm going to say. Now, is the price justifiable? That's still considered a modern book, and granted, it go get your kids, bro. So granted, it is what most would consider, especially DC fans, the most important, pivotal Joker story, with it not only being the crippling, the one bad day story, like all it really takes is one bad day. Yeah. You got some of the most important moments for Jim Gordon and Barbara and Batman. And it's also considered one of the first truly dark, game-changing Joker stories that Alan Moore did. And we really got an insider look into the Joker's, the lack of his soul. So it's an important book. Is it $28,000? I don't know about that.
Dude, that is a vehicle, man. And it's a nice vehicle, too.
For Alan Moore's story, I mean, I get it, but damn, where'd that 10 come from? And where was it at this whole time?
So apparently there's more than one on the CGC census. So just to put that out there, it's not like it's new, right? I know there's been some of that whackness that's been going on, right? Yeah. With some of the most recent grades and 9/9s and 10s. But it has been in existence. So $28,800 US, that is a huge, huge sale, man. Absolutely insane. But before we get on to the next book, shout out to Hawk, who's in the house. Guys, go show Hawk some love, man. Doing some cool things over on this channel. Channel's growing, doing some awesome stuff, like I said. So shout out to Hawk. Appreciate you swinging by. But Jordan, your wife too. We need to stop them. We need to stop them. Caroline,
dude, I told you they are the biggest supporters in my corner. They are freaking tastic. Look, you ain't even gonna need a paycheck this week. They're just gonna end up paying your bills for you.
Ah, man, I appreciate it.
That's
Caroline,
awesome, dude.
Thank you, Caroline. You've already done enough tonight by holding the fort, taking care of the kids tonight. So that means a lot. And this also means so much. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
They must have some money to burn that I'm not aware of. Okay.
Yeah, man.
They money under the mattress or something. Something's going on.
They found your credit card on the sofa. You got up too quick.
Go get your wife and kid.
Yeah. Cliff saying it only doesn't make me totally sick because it's a 10. It's very sus though. Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Phil's Treehouse is in the house, man. Guys, go subscribe. Phil went live today. Got to catch the replay because I was over at my mom's for her birthday, but I will definitely catch that replay because Phil is doing his thing. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But Phil's doing his thing on Sundays again, which is always a treat to see. So go show some love to Phil. Dan De La Torre is saying, I own a high grade of The Killing Joke. It'll be off to EGS. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what that comes back. Chia Pet saying 10 are more easy to get in square-bound books. So if never opened, etc. Yeah, that's is a valid point. But an even more
that would have been close to card stock.
Yeah, exactly. But an even more valid point is Hyper saying, if I paid that much like Barbara, I'd be in a wheelchair as well. There you go. All right, let's. Yeah,
he said it.
Yeah, Caroline saying, I love this, but geez, that is insane. Yeah, dude, it's nuts. But all right, let's move on to the next book because we got Danger Girl #1. Now we want to talk more of that 9/9 10 stuff. We got the first full appearance of Danger Girl team right here. J. Scott Campbell, of course, one of his notorious covers that everybody fell in love with. CGC 9/9 sold for $2,880 US. This was a cover price shaker, bro.
Okay, I honestly I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. I mean, you're talking that's some of J. Scott Campbell's earlier work, right? Some of his earliest. Okay, so for me, honestly, I think when you're talking about artists having their earlier stuff, I think that's really important before their name was really out there. So that in and of itself kind of warrants a first appearance for his pen.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, it's close to it. But yeah, I think this is awesome. Again, a CGC 9/9, $2,880. It's I find it difficult to pay that money for this book. That's just me.
Yeah.
But needless to say, J. Scott Campbell fans, diehard fans especially, you know how it can get. I'm a huge fan of J. Scott Campbell. I actually had the opportunity to pick up some of those exclusives for Ultimate Spider-Man 4, which I'm grateful for. I love
Nice.
his work. I don't 3,000, well, nearly 3,000 US dollars love his work. That's just me. That's just me. But if Kimberly doesn't stop, we might be able to get a book, man. Kimberly, jeez.
Go ahead and start bidding. Right, go ahead. Thank you,
Thank you,
baby
Kimberly.
girl. You are the best.
Yeah.
Look, I have a feeling you're going to end up sending her a pretty badass box by the time this is all said and done.
100%, 100%, dude. You let me know that address, and I will get some nice
Yes.
things over to her.
Yes.
Yes, more than one because it is square bound. Yeah, that of course, Lady Loki. Michael Baker saying this puts the Spawn 350 to shame. Yeah, the 28,000, absolutely. Yeah, Raven, you're killing him. You're killing him. Yeah, Red X saying they got your Cash App. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Ben saying you should put Caroline and Kimberly on camera. Yeah, at this point, might as well join the show. Join the show. Yeah, she's got it memorized. But all right, Marcus in the house. What's up, Eternal Paperweight? Marcus, appreciate you swinging by. Guys, you read it at the bottom. Hashtag Baker Shaker to get yourself into the giveaway that's taking place tonight. We're currently at 23 entries. So let's make sure everyone is entering because there's almost 50 people here in and out. So everybody should be having a great opportunity at the CGC 98. Hold up. There you go. All right, let's move on to the next one. We've got a very interesting one, by the way. Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty #1. This is the RI CGI variant. That's right, CGI. Why? Because it's straight from the video game is what you're seeing there. The art, dude, so cool. One of my favorite games, dude. I cannot stress it enough. Metal Gear Solid, growing up as a kid, playing it on PlayStation was, oh, what an experience, dude. What an experience. But this book, Raw, sold for 350 US dollars. It was a cover price shaker. Very impressive, dude. Very impressive.
To be honest with you, this is not one. It's kind of like The Last of Us and Sly Cooper. You're not going to see this in circulation a lot at flea markets, anything like this. This is one that's really going to be hidden. So I genuinely, especially if it's raw, if you're going by raw grade, anywhere from a 9.2, even like an 8.5. I feel like 350 is probably justifiable because, again, this is not one that's just going to be out there.
Yeah, dude. It's
and also you're talking about fans are like super fans when it comes to that game.
Yeah, man, definitely. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, because this was at the time when IDW was really just starting to find their grounds within, their publishing. So it was not a book that was available other than from their website. So not many books of this in circulation, like you said, right? You won't see many copies in circulation. So if you do come across it and the price is right, I highly encourage everybody to pick it up because 350 US dollars is a recent sale that took place. Pretty impressive, man.
Yeah.
Nathan saying I need the Dead Space comics. Yeah, dude. Dead Space is awesome. Hawk saying Metal Gear on PlayStation. Oh my god, insane. A lot of glitchers, but the gameplay the best. But yeah, man, very interesting sale. But let's move on from this because we got Night Nurse #1. First appearance of Linda Carter. Yes, Linda Carter. And it is a Baker Shaker. So first Baker Shaker tonight on the list. CGC 6.0, 335 US dollars. Not too bad.
I mean, that's a gorgeous cover, really. I would like to have that.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Oh my god, it's not, dude. Jordan, I'm feeling terrible now. Kimberly, thank you so much. Definitely cannot stress it enough.
She has one of the kindest hearts, and I genuinely mean that. She is such a sweet kid, dude.
Yep, she is. I almost want to say, guys, forget the giveaway. You win it.
Just give it to Kimberly. Hey,
yeah, but no, Kimberly,
don't let her deceive you that she's doing that on purpose. She's doing it. No, I'm just kidding.
But Kimberly, definitely hashtag Baker Shaker. Make sure you
put it in, baby. Put that hashtag Baker Shaker. You know how to do it. I've shown you hashtags.
Yeah, exactly. And I encourage everybody to do it. Keep doing it because for some reason I'm looking at the StreamYard giveaway tool and the number keeps not picking up so many. So we're gonna do a reset after and make sure everybody gets a fair chance at it. I want to see the entries hit high numbers for all of you. Yeah, Lady Loki, I'm dead. Yo, me too. But yes, nothing but love, Kimberly. All right, let's move on from this one because we've got Daredevil 169. Check this,
Nice.
man. Second
Okay.
appearance of Elektra. CGC 98 sold for 1,148 US dollars. Baker Shaker this week. And that is impressive, man, because,
Yeah.
dude, I have seen literally the first appearance of Elektra, let's say, in a 9.4 sell for less.
That was going to be my next question. Actually, I was going to ask you, do any of us know on the census 9.8 for her first? Because that's a pretty steep price for a second appearance.
Right? Right? It's up there. It's
Yeah,
definitely up
that's
there.
crazy, and it may be justifiable for all I know. But I mean, knowing what we know and doing what we do, not that second appearances aren't as important, but it's called second for a reason.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
not bad.
Um, there you go.
There it is. There's one. Baker
Bring them back
Shaker.
in. Bring them
Baker
back
Shaker.
in, guys. Yeah, Batcat32. Appreciate you coming to tune in
Caroline,
tonight.
put in that Baker Shaker.
Yep. But all right, let's move on from this one because we've got Tales of Teen Titans 44, a book that I swear to God, especially after having my brother Comic Chic over on this show a few weeks back, he was talking about how DC has so many key characters that are just underrated, man, and especially on the first appearances. Dick
Yes.
Grayson becoming Nightwing is
Yeah.
probably a book that I'm so shocked to see a CGC 9.8 sell for only 499 US dollars.
I'm a little hurt. I mean, we're talking about the second appearance of Elektra versus the first appearance of Nightwing. Nightwing has been between the Max show and everything that's going on in Dawn of DC, bro. Nightwing, not only is he one of the greatest thirst traps that's ever been reinvented for women, okay, we've all seen some of those fucking covers. Sorry,
Yep.
pardon my French.
And for men, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be sweating on some Nightwing covers. Okay, look, I'm the one that's over there in the corner, like telling my wife, like, no, this is mine. Like, you can't have this. This is mine. But I am genuinely disappointed in the community for that only going for $4.99. But
Right? That is a good price, man. Whoever picked that up, that's a big pickup. Now,
and
I don't think anyone.
I have that in like a raw 4.5. I have it up on my wall. What's packed away right now because we're moving. But I mean, damn.
Yeah. Nathan, good. I caught that as well. So I wanted to say that. Kimberly, make sure it's a hashtag and not the at thing. So do the number symbol and write Baker Shaker one word, okay? I won't do the draw until I make sure Kimberly's in it. So yeah. But yes, great book, very undervalued. I'm still shocked to see a 9.8 at such a low price. I consider 4.99 US very cheap for this. I'm still eyeing a copy. I have seen some lower grades, slightly lower. I would say even like 9.4s, 9.2s for pretty cheap, man. Almost around the 200 Canadian mark. So it's a great book to be picking up. I am gonna be picking one up very shortly because I'm scared. I'm scared this pops.
Look, and I'll be honest with you. All of the covers and some of the interiors that you see with his stuff, we don't call him Dick Grayson. We call him either Dank Grayson or we call him Dankwing because that Dank is just always there, bro.
Yeah. But yes, Shipet, you're right. It's not the first appearance of Dick Grayson, but it is the book where he becomes Nightwing.
It's Nightwing.
Yeah, exactly. So I given how much love there is for Nightwing, and yes, Cliff, one of my favorites as well, George Perez, right? At least one of the most important George Perez covers. I definitely agree.
Also, nobody. I mean, I know it's his first appearance, but Jericho is on the cover as well, and that doesn't really get talked about either.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
there. You go. You got it, baby girl, Baker Shaker.
And it's his first appearance.
Yep.
But all right, let's move on from this because we've got Thor 126, the first issue. Why? Because formally up until this point, it was Journey into Mystery. CGC 8.5 sold for 600 US dollars. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for such a book. I think 600 US dollars, pretty fair. If you're a Thor fan.
Yeah.
Now, we also know that Hercules has made his way to the MCU. Are we going to see a Thor and Hercules showdown? I think it's pretty inevitable. So, again, I could see why this book definitely has some history to it and some slightly possible spec, I guess we could say.
Do they have a casting for him yet for Hercules?
Yes, he was in the post-credit scene of Thor: Love and Thunder, which is a movie everybody wants to forget about. So if you forgot,
that would be why I don't remember it then.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. but he's definitely there. I forget the actor's name, but he really does look the part. I would say he needs to get some of that mass going, right? He's got to look like Paperweight in physique.
Right, right.
But he's shredded. He's shredded. He looks great. I thought the costume was all right, man. So Kimberly, thank you again, Kimberly. You're on fire tonight. Jordan's gonna hit me up after the show and be like, dude, is there any way we can like make sure she doesn't send anything in the future? I'm kidding, Kimberly. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Um, she is saying, yeah, Hercules is a boss, Greek gods for life. Of course, slightly biased. Slightly biased. Thank you, Nico. Nico, nice seeing you in the chat. Hashtag Baker Shaker. Guys, keep them coming because the numbers are starting to add up. We're getting there. We're getting there. And of course, Jordan has say of when this takes place. So it's all in Jordan's hands. Jay Margolis. Yes. Appreciate you swinging by. Thor, Love, and Thunder is a distant memory, not a good one. Yeah, for many of us. But anyways, let's move on from this book because we've got... Guys, do you remember this book? Spider-Man The Lost Years #1. Yeah, there was a lot of hype with this. Why? Because Hallows Eve. Remember her? Well, now she's got her own series, and here we have the first appearance of Elizabeth Tyne. Yep, this is why that book exploded. But now, a CGC 9.8 sold for $800 US. Baker Shaker. Whoa, this is a pretty insane price.
So what is it that
hold on, I do want to mention, sorry, it's a newsstand. It was a newsstand that sold for 800.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that warrants that 800? Because I mean, obviously, I guess because Elizabeth there has really taken off, right?
Yes, but also the fact that it's a newsstand as opposed to just a regular direct. The newsstand premiums tend to do that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting.
My man Nathan said if he hadn't been giving all of his money to me this weekend, he would have been super chatting. Look, let me just go ahead and say that man walked away with what I call the ultimate Batman starter kit, which had a lot of stuff, including the full Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo run and the Something Is Killing the Children bundle, which was, I mean, he killed it. He just, that guy, he's awesome.
Of course, man. But yes, I agree with you, Pet. Hallows Eve is one of Wells' best creations. Actually, yeah, Chasm, kind of cool as well. I like him. I think he's awesome, but definitely Hallows Eve, she's a cool, very cool creation. I like the character. So very interesting. Newsstand did this, $800 US. But we've got some pre-code stuff.
Wow.
Vault of Horror 35. Yes, the pre-code. Now, this is a Christmas horror story. It's very... I want to say festive, not so festive. But CGC 3.5 sold for $1,023 US. Another Baker Shaker this week. Pretty impressive sale. Dude, you're talking books way over 60 years from they're over 60 years old. So.
That man is about to be hacking and whacking and slashing, and not in the way that you think.
Yep.
That is a great cover. I love that.
It's sick, right?
Those are some of the best covers that you'll ever find, man. Those old school vintage looking covers. Man, I love those.
Yeah, man. And what is she being gifted for Christmas? Did you catch that?
The dude says that axe cocked all the way back.
Yeah, man. She's being gifted a coffin. It's insane. But Caroline, thank you. Caroline, thank you so much, man. You guys, it's enough. Stop it.
They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. I can go ahead and tell you that. That you talk about some strong-willed women. Okay.
Yep. Jay Margola is saying I came for the Baker Shaker, but staying for Cliff's comments. There you go, man. Cliff's the bomb, man. I love Cliff. Paperweight saying Jordan going to be working the corner soon with all these super chats going.
Telling you. I'm going to have to look. Let me go ahead and unbutton another button right here.
There you go, man.
I'm hiding. I'm going to go ahead and hide. Forget
the shades are on. But all right, let's move on from this book because we've got Vampirella #1. Yo, I don't know if you saw this cover. This is the Alex Ross Retailer Incentive CGC 9.8 sold for $1,999.
That is beyond sick, bro.
Yep. Insane, dude.
That's nasty.
Yep.
I'm not going to say that I wouldn't pay that. Like, honestly, that's look, here I am talking shit about the Killing Joke doing 28,000, but here I would buy that. I would buy that.
Yeah, dude. Look, Alex Ross being Alex Ross, of course, but definitely up there as one of the best Vampirella covers I've seen. It's awesome, man. The way she's coming out of that pool of blood, it's real sick. I think it's awesome. I love it, but yeah, it's a heavy price tag. Definitely, it's up there. Nathan saying, I've read a lot of Batman growing up, but I restarted my collection because I always read my dad's collection and he lost all his comics in a fire. Dude, that is heavy.
Yeah. That was a heartbreaking story when he told me about that. And shout out to his dad too, who's actually a pastor in our local area. And I'm thinking about going to their church and hanging out with them. So maybe they'll get me restarted on my spiritual journey. So
yeah, that's look, it's not the first time I hear such a story. It's real heavy, but man, it's it's cool to see that you're still keeping it going and recollecting and doing all that stuff.
Well, and the cool thing is he's kind of picking up from where his dad left off. And so that legacy is like going back through him, and that right there is the reason that we do what we do. I mean, yes, it's cool to make money on the side and everything, but that connection that we establish with our customers, there's nothing like it. That's something that money actually can't buy. And that is the reason that our community needs an LCS, and we are more than happy to be that.
Yep, for sure, man. But all right, let's move on from Vampirella because hold on, Hyper, which comments, man? I didn't see it. Where is it at? Oh, here, yeah. That man reacting as if his wife spent 28K on a Killing Joke. Obviously talking about this one.
I got triggered. Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Triggered.
You get a highlight. You get a highlight. But I love it. Hilarious. All right, let's move on from the Vampirella book because we've got Sonic the Hedgehog. Hyper, I think you're going to enjoy this one. Issue 157. The print run is under 8,000 copies for this one in circulation, and a CGC 98 sold for $300 US. Another Baker Shaker this week. And now, obviously, there's Sonic fans, and of course, you cannot be a Sonic fan without being a Shadow fan. I love Shadow. Dude, I remember being able to play as Shadow in the, what was it? It was the Sonic Adventures over on GameCube. And I was like, dude, characters insane. I loved Shadow. I fell in love with Shadow right out the gate when I played that game. And yeah, man, I think this is a neat cover. Now, to come across a 9/8, of course, it seems like it might be a little difficult being, whenever I see black covers, I panic, right? Buying raw, you really want to be able to inspect that. Not something you want to buy off of eBay and take a gamble. Unless you got some good clear photos, but a CGC 98 at $300 US, not bad.
That's not bad.
Yep.
And I tell you, I have a lot of people coming to the shop asking about Sonic. So what do you say?
He's saying I'm too cool for not highlighting his comments.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my God, another one. Kimberly, stop it. Stop, Kimberly. Stop. Thank you so much, Kimberly. It's all coming back to you guys. Whatever is coming this way is coming right back. So I appreciate it. But yeah, man, so very interesting to see this sale. Now, Pacino saying Shadow of the Goat, the Dreamcast game was so good. Yeah, so that's the one. I think it was Sonic Adventures 2, and it was on Dreamcast and GameCube. Correct me if I'm wrong. But all right, let's move on because we're going to talk a very, very interesting one. Uncanny X-Men 303. This is the gold edition. Now, the book's got the Death of Magic within it, but the gold editions are really hard to come across for this book, man. A CGC 98 sold for $450 US. Baker Shaker this week.
I have a couple of the ones. There's another one that's not gold edition.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's the regular one.
Okay, so yeah, I think I have a couple of those at my store in a box. I don't think it's highlighted as a key or anything. At least I haven't highlighted it. But the fact that it's the gold one and you're not going to see that around a lot, I feel like that's kind of justifiable, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But exactly. So what Baker's saying is this is one of the Pressman variants. Now, Pressman variants, those gold covers, not so many out there, guys. If you haven't had the opportunity, definitely check out what some of those Pressman variants are.
I also noticed where the barcode should be is blank.
Yeah, Hyper actually, I'm not too sure if you managed to pick one up, but you remember your favorite cover. I think it's X-Men 11. That particular cover, I think it was the silver one, right? That's also considered one of the Pressmans. All comic shows should profile Baker Shakers. Yeah, man, I love Baker Shakers. But remember what I said about the income tax money? Because check this out. Some big boy bucks. We got Journey into Mystery, 83, man. Origin and first appearance of Thor. CGC 3.0 sold for 7,000 US dollars. That income tax money is flying, baby.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. So yeah, okay. Hyper does have the X-Men 11 Pressman in a CGC 9.2. Dude, it's a beautiful book, and I know you pick up the regular one all the time, but regardless, yeah, Pressman variants are pretty neat to have within your collection. But if you had the opportunity to put this in your collection, dude, this is a huge book to have.
Yeah.
Journey into Mystery 83, not a small boy book on this one.
No,
Insane
no,
book,
that's a big hitter.
Yep. Exactly, but it doesn't end there, bro, because of the Baker Shakers. The like I said, Daredevil #1, origin and
man.
first appearance of Daredevil. Probably what I consider to be one of the worst covers for a first appearance. I hate this cover so much.
There's
But
so much going on. There's way too much going on that cover, bro.
agreed.
Like, it would take you 5 minutes to read the cover.
Agreed, but CGC 3.0 sold for 2,250 US dollars. I think that's not so bad, factoring this is Daredevil's first appearance.
I mean,
man.
it's Daredevil, dude. You know.
Yep. Yeah. Paperweight, I know why you're saying this because Caroline, thank you again. Thank you so much. You guys and Kimberly doing your thing. My God, nothing but love for you both tonight. Just stop. I appreciate it.
They're thinking about that Miley Cyrus that we can't stop and we won't stop.
Yeah, tell me you have a daughter without telling me you have a daughter. But
right.
Yeah, Jordan, I told you, you're gonna have to hit me up. Let me know what they actually enjoy reading or collecting. We'll talk after the show.
Got you.
But back to the big boy.
I might even have to have her on the camera, like take the phone to her, you know what I'm saying, when we're off camera and everything, and let you holler at her for a second.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I'll FaceTime you guys. But again, appreciate it. Now, one last book, guys. Newbie Comics. I don't know if you're still here within the chat, but Tales of Suspense. 39, origin and first appearance of Iron Man Tony Stark. CGC 1.0 sold for 4,450 US dollars.
So that's basically just the cover then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 1.0. No, it's the full book. It was actually complete. But yeah, man, very interesting sale. I know Newbie had himself, I think it was a 3.0 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, dude, this is not a small time book. I think any collector would want this within their collection.
Yeah.
Awesome sale, 4,400 US. What's your thoughts?
I guess it's justifiable. I mean, like Daredevil, we're talking about one of the biggest hitters, especially after everything that the MCU did, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing somebody peed on this cover or something, man. 1.0. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's great. I mean, really, 4,000. I don't know. I guess I'd say 4,000 even would probably be more justifiable. But again, this is one of the biggest hitters in the MCU and Marvel. Period.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. Same
1.0.
Yeah,
rough,
dude.
I mean,
it's not too far off, Baker, right? Same price as Spawn 350. You could own a 1.0 of the first appearance.
That's fair.
Of Iron Man. It's nuts. Newbie only has a 1.8 minus 2.0. There you go. Had. He got rid of it, unfortunately. And I understandably so. Yeah, Dan still has his, as Rocksteady said. So there you have it. So guys, those were the books that sold on the market this week. But I do want to highlight Guy Forge, because every Sunday he hits me up with some of the foods that he's had within the week. And of course, he's watching some baseball, I'm imagining, with his little one, with some tarali right there, some tarals. If you guys don't know what those are, you're missing out. Go pick up some tarals at your local market because, dude, I'm Italian. I grew up with those, so I know exactly what they are. But Jordan, how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling?
I feel great, man. Do
you feel it's time to tell everybody you have one last shot right now in the comment section? Hashtag Baker
Shaker in. Load it up. Hashtag, guys. Let's go. That is a beautiful cover and a 9.8 for this giveaway. You're not going to find it for free. I'll tell you that.
Agreed, man.
So if the time is right, let's do it.
Kimberly, I hope to God you win this book. I really hope to God you win the book.
I hope so, man. I hope so. And it will. I tell you what, it'll be hers. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It ain't going to me or Caroline. It'll be hers.
There you go. So, guys, there you go. Baker Shaker, keep them coming. I'll give you guys a
Yep.
couple of seconds to get them all in because as it stands right now, we're currently at 27 entries, and I know we can get way more than that. So let's go. There you go. They're all coming in. If you've done it 2, 3 times, 4 times, it's fine. It's counting only once. So that's why you might see 27 entries only. But like I said, it's up to Jordan. Are we doing it now? Do you want to do it after the hot topics?
I'm hearing a drum roll. I'm hearing a drum roll and pull the fucking trigger. Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right,
Let's
man.
go. Let's go.
So I'm going to share the screen right now. We'll get the Baker Shaker rolling. And here we go.
Who's
So
winning it? Who's winning it?
currently at 33. They're still pouring in. So let them pour in. And then we'll get into the hot topics of the week. Because there's been some interesting ones. We got some trailers this week. We got, dude, there was the CinemaCon. I don't know if you heard about that this week.
I have not heard anything about CinemaCon, but I've seen a lot of trailers pop up as I'm doom scrolling, as they say, through Instagram, right? So yeah, I don't want to talk about any of them yet because I know we haven't got to them, but there's been some good stuff coming down the line.
Yeah, man. So I'm pumped to talk about some of that stuff. And of course, some announcements, live action stuff. So a lot of fun things to talk about. But of course, yeah. Guys, while we wait for some of these hashtags to come in, I want to remind you all that, you know, Eternal Comics, Jordan's doing his thing over on Instagram as well. He just recently surpassed 2,000.
I didn't even mean to do that. So let me tell you guys, I know it's the big thing when a lot of people hit a certain amount, they do their giveaway. So I promise you guys, it's coming. I don't know what I'm doing yet, Caroline. We're brainstorming together. We're going to collaborate. So right now we don't have any slabs. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. I don't have any slabs or anything, but I do have some cool stuff that may be good. I mean, it's free, right? So I'm not just going to throw out shit. I'm going to do something cool, something different. So a giveaway is coming. I promise. Just bear with me because we are also in the process of moving to a new home. So
guys, I'm not too sure if maybe when you're writing other stuff behind it or in front of Baker Shaker, it's not registering. So just try one last time. Just hashtag Baker Shaker. Keep it at that.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And I will count it down for another. We'll give it 15 more seconds to get your comments in, and then we will do the draw and get into some of those hot topics.
Type fast. You know what? The best thing you can do is copy and paste that shit and just.
Yeah, I wanted to put it in the chat, but then I would be entered in it, so I don't want to do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There you go. See, we're getting some more in there. We're getting some more. 35. All right. I think it's about that time. Don's got his in, Mr. Muggs. So
I'm putting on the shades for it. I'm putting on the shades. Let's go.
Yep, there you go. But all right, guys. Okay, 36 entries. I'll give it 10 more seconds. There you go. Lady Loki saying, "Let's go, Jordan. If I don't win, I'll come."
What did I do? I don't have anything to do with it, bro.
Yeah, we'll give Caroline one more shot at it. Caroline,
hashtag.
Yeah, get the hashtag in there.
There you go. There it is.
Yep.
Do it. Somebody's winning that slab.
Yep. I want to make sure everybody's in it. So
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. You got it, babe. I feel like it's kind of unfair too, because like she's my wife, so I'm like cheating basically.
No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Like that's the whole reason I came on here is just to try and steal a slab from you.
All right, guys. That's it. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna do the draw in a few seconds. Just gonna close this, get it out of the way. All right, guys. We're doing the draw. We're gonna count it down for the Ultimate Black Panther #1 CGC 98. Doing it in 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins this. Yo, drum roll. I'm pumped. And who's it going to? It's going to Constantino. Look at you, bro.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Constantino, man. 36 entries. You guys absolutely crushed it tonight over in the comment section, in the chat. So appreciate you all.
Very good.
Tuning in, supporting, showing some love to myself and Jordan, especially Jordan. Now, it's time. Yeah, rigged 100%. Congrats. Yes, congrats, Constantino. There you go. So appreciate you, bro. Nothing but love. Jordan, it's time we get into the final portion of the show. We're going to talk some of the hot topics because there are some very hot topics to talk about. So for the last time tonight, my bro, I got to ask you, are you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, guys, like I told you, hot topics this week. We're going to get into some of the CinemaCon. We're going to get into some live action announcements. In fact, let's kick it off right away because one of those announcements was that TMNT, The Last Ronin, is getting an R-rated live action movie in development. Now the adaptation is in the works over at Paramount. This is interesting because, sorry about that. We got this announcement. We also had a video game announcement not too long ago. You remember that?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
So I know that the studio that is currently working on that video game actually laid off quite a few people.
Okay. All right.
So there was a lot of layoffs. But my question here is it going to go hand in hand, the video game and the live action? I hope so. I don't think I've seen a movie video game in quite some time. The last one I saw, the last one I played that I actually cared about was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. You remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they did the same for the Andrew Garfield one,
Yeah.
which was decent. But regardless, forget the video game for a second. We're getting a live action Last Ronin. And I'm a bit paranoid about that because live action Turtles, I mean, don't get me wrong. The classics are always going to be classics, right? I grew up with that shit, right? Go Ninja, go Ninja. But
Right.
I don't know how it's going to play out here. I hope they give it some justice because The Last Ronin has by far been an absolute favorite for everybody who has actually read it.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing, a really cool take on the Ninja Turtles. Now, I don't want to spoil it, even though it's been well over, a year, 2 years since it came out.
3, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
if I can speculate from an outsider perspective, because I like the Turtles, I'm not a fan of the Turtles. I don't actively participate in reading their stuff, though I really want to. Here's the reason I think it has potential to do really well. Because those of us who have grown up since the original films came out, we can admit that the original films, as good as they were, they come across now as campy.
Yeah.
Well, then you move on to the Nickelodeon stuff where they all look kind of like weird trolls from Lord of the Rings. And Megan Fox was just the worst ever, as she always is, because she is just not. I don't think she was ever meant to actually speak whenever she's acting because she is awful. And then you move into what Seth Rogen did, which, I mean, was pretty cool. But let's go ahead and talk about the fact that we're all adults here. And I think deep down, we've all been wanting an adult-centered Turtles film because in their origin and in their comics, they are naturally violent characters. Okay.
Yep.
One of the worst things you can do is have a ninja with a sword who never actually uses it. So I am ready for the violence. I'm ready for the intensity. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a guy on Instagram and YouTube. It took him years to make like a 5-minute short that was CGI, and it was better than any of the movies that we've ever gotten. Okay. We are ready for this. We, not even just like Turtles fans, but people outside are ready for something like this. And I think when you have this movie come out, like I've said before, you're going to watch the sales for all TMNT stuff soar.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Now
we need this movie.
Yeah, it's funny because, I was talking with Hyper and some of the boys, Marvel and everybody in our little group chat. And I was like, yo, it's nuts because you go back even just a few months. I had a hard time selling the entire run. It was, issue 1 to 5, multiple prints included. There were, the ratio incentives as well. I bundled it up and I managed to sell it for $200 Canadian. Now, those are big books, though. They're not cheap books, right? They were like $8.99 or $9.99, somewhere around there. You look now, issue 1 alone sold for like 400 Canadian dollars. It is insane, right?
And that's just because of an announcement.
Exactly.
Right. So what's going to happen when the actual product comes out and it's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know much about this production studio. For all I know, they could release awful things. But with it being R-rated, I have a feeling that we're going to get a tone that we've been wanting for a long time. Even if it's an unspoken idea. I mean, I've talked to people at work who are dying to see an adult-centered Turtles film.
Yeah, dude, of course, man. And forget the film. I think we were dying for it as a read, and we got it, right?
Yeah.
We really got it with The Last Ronin. So now to live action, dude, I am totally here for
So
it.
I think you're going to have the same caliber when you took Wolverine from all of the Fox films and you put him into Logan, and the first thing you see is him chopping somebody's kneecap off.
Yep.
I think you're going to have that same caliber of interest when it comes to the whatever characters they're going to be using.
Yep.
Let's just hope for some dismemberment. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, for sure. Chia, I see what you're saying about you telling me to have not sold it. I rebought it back. Don't worry. I got my run. I'm good. I'm happy. But yeah, man. So looking forward to seeing this. Yes, Hyper saying he's here for this as well. Exactly, Eternal. That's exactly what we need. So that's it for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin stuff. But let's get to this, because this week, man, we got blessed with Fallout, man. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see it, but if not, Amazon's Fallout has garnered the Series A Rotten Tomatoes debut score of 92%, and well deserved, because I'm 2 episodes in. Yeah. I haven't had the opportunity to finish. I know people who binged it. These are long episodes, by the way. First episode's like an hour and like, I think 20 minutes. The second episode is more or less the same, like an hour and something minutes.
Yeah.
Big episodes, man. Feels very movie-like. Amazon did a great job. Yeah. Great job with this.
Honestly, it seems like Amazon's kind of got the right idea for their production as far as video games go, because Fallout, anything Bethesda usually has a pretty large cult following. And when you're invested, you're invested. Like with games like Skyrim. I mean, the first Bethesda game I ever played was Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, right?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been a fan of Bethesda, and my wife has even played the Fallout games. And we were watching it the other night. I did fall asleep because I am a working man. It's kind of a miracle I'm even awake right now. But no, seriously, I'm going to finish it. But what I remember was pretty damn good, especially the Raiders. The Raiders were like crazy.
I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten too far. Right now it's the Maximus stuff that I'm getting into, but Fallout's been great so far. 2 episodes in, I'm really enjoying it. Chia Pet saying Amazon is greater than Netflix. I think
in some senses,
I think he's going to change his tone a little bit once, WWE becomes exclusive to Netflix in January. We'll see, because that's a thing. But yeah, man, so far so good. Folks from Westworld were involved in this, I think.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is. It's, dude, so far I'm loving it. I can't wait to watch the rest of the episodes. But let's move on from this, because apparently Margot Robbie will produce Monopoly movie for Lionsgate and Hasbro. That's right. We're getting a Monopoly movie, dude.
Yeah. Okay. So look, like, here's my opinion on that, man. It's not negative or anything, but when you sent me that slide and I looked at it, my genuine reaction was like, all right, like, what can I say? It's a Monopoly movie. Like, I don't really know how there's going to be a script that warrants an entire film for Monopoly, but we'll see it happen. I guess it's happening. So,
look, I work for a company. It's residential real estate. I'm a facilities manager, to give you guys an idea. Several buildings scattered across many countries. Cities, like just in Canada, we're in four cities. In the States, several cities. In Europe, several cities. And I'll touch base on that a little later at the end of the show. But I am intrigued to see how are they going to adapt this, right? Because a lot of it is I don't think we're going to see people pass and go, right? It's not going to be one of those types of movies. I think we're going to see a lot of struggle and fighting for properties and stuff like that. But would it make an actual fun movie to watch? We'll see, right? I'm curious.
Not to be geopolitical or just political in any sense, but it may be a good conversation piece for the current economy. I mean, maybe I don't know if Margot Robbie, being living in Hollywood and everything, is aware of the middle class and the lower class, but hopefully it'll be something that kind of brings attention to folks like us.
Yeah,
Just everyday working guys and girls.
exactly. Exactly. Nathan, I want to shout out Nathan. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you swinging by and hanging out with us tonight. Hope to catch you around more often within the chats. But yes, always a
You
fun
can always
time.
watch on the rewind too. Thank you, Nathan. Seriously.
Yeah, man. Come catch the rest. We're going to be wrapping it up very soon, anyways. But yeah, big shout out to you. So appreciate you subscribing and showing some love tonight. But yeah, anyways, let's move on from this one because we're going to talk Thunderbolts. We said CinemaCon. CinemaCon took place, right? Now, at CinemaCon, we got some announcements, more so from, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, you name it, all that fun stuff. But Thunderbolts seems pretty interesting based on the title alone because there's an asterisk at the end of this. Not too sure if you caught that. But yes, by the way, Jay Margolis, I agree. It might be interesting. But what's interesting about this, the asterisk, I'm curious as to why they put that there. Is it because we're going to see a name change? Is it something else in disguise? Who knows? But Kevin Feige confirms that Thunderbolts will be the title and says they will talk about the asterisk after the film has been released. So, is it because something's going to take place? Will we see the Dark Avengers? Who knows, right? But I'm curious. It definitely has my attention.
The first thing that comes to mind is, I guess, a potential name change.
Yep.
Maybe. I won't pretend to be excited. I usually try to keep it real as possible. I mean, we're all aware of the situations that Marvel has put themselves in, so it's going to be a movie. That's all I can say right now. It's going to be a film, and it's going to come out, and people are going to watch it, and that's my speculation.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to just shit on it, but I mean, come on, we all know what's going on, even if we don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Chiapet asking, what is the asterisk? Will they become the government Avengers, Dark Avengers, multiple teams of Thunderbolts? My thought is Dark Avengers. I really think that is a possibility. So, with the way things are lining up within the MCU, it does seem fitting. It does seem fitting. Michael Baker saying maybe they'll do the right thing and change Taskmaster's gender back to what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
I mean,
yep. Red X saying maybe it's still a working title and they are going to add to it. No, there you go. So Kevin Feige confirms that Thunderbolts is going to be the name, and the asterisk will make sense after the fact. So once we get the movie, we'll understand as to why. Marvel been very disappointing lately. I understand and I totally get it. The woke Avengers. But it doesn't end there, man. So hold on. Leading rumor, Thunderbolt Ross is Avengers. So we'll see. But we did get some more stuff. And speaking of Thunderbolt Ross, Captain America 4 first look reveals new cap suit and Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross. Now, it was hard to look past the original actor for me, right? Because we've known him since the Hulk movie, right?
Yeah.
So seeing a new actor now being Harrison Ford, yeah, again, for me, it's just it was difficult to embrace because the original actor having passed, I forget his name. I don't know why I'm blanking on names so much tonight, but
well, so you know how like they say, I don't know if it's true or not. You can kind of see it in the movies, but like Harrison Ford is one of those guys. If it's not a genuinely crafted blockbuster film that's doing really well, he really doesn't want anything to do with it, and he's kind of hard to work with. And we kind of saw evidence of that in the indie films and the Star Wars movies. It kind of seemed like he really didn't want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
Right. So we may be getting a Ross that is just Harrison Ford being really grumpy the entire time instead of just being whatever. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So yeah, William Hurt. There you go. Yeah, Hurt was awesome. Now, from my understanding from this, they're saying that he pretty much wants Falcon, well, now Cap, to reassemble the Avengers. So I'm curious. I
mean, the suit actually looks pretty clean from what I can see. I like the black and the shininess of it. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it does look awesome, man. Now, of course, we all want to see Chris Evans, but I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. It's been pushed several times, man. They did push Captain America 4, so
I guess the only reason I'm not as invested is because, and it doesn't have anything to do with his race. So anybody who's in the chat, please don't call me racist or whatever, but I just don't really like Sam Wilson as a character. That I don't really have much invested in him as a character. You know, it's not even that I prefer Steve Rogers taking the mantle. I don't care who takes the mantle. But Sam Wilson has always just kind of been like a sideline character for
Yeah.
me, you know. So, but it may be a pretty cool movie, honestly.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it will be. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I know they went on with, you know, changing the date for this, so looking forward to it. We shall see. We
I
shall
know
see.
they got freaked out whenever they decided to call it New World Order, and all the conspiracy theorists came out. And they're like, "We told you guys the world is ending," and they're like, "Okay, we gotta fucking change the name."
Yep. But all right, yeah. Chiapette saying, I'm old enough to remember people hating on Cap's first Avenger, calling it hokey. Yeah. Dan Torre saying, I might invest in early Avengers books when they didn't have Thor or Iron Man on the team. Yeah, not a bad idea. But another thing from CinemaCon, yes, everybody was talking Deadpool and Wolverine. And apparently, the footage that was shown shows off footage of, well, with the fourth wall breaking, where they say, suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. I think this is hilarious. The chemistry, the marketing, everything that has been taking place for this movie.
Yeah,
It is Marvel's sole MCU movie dropping this year.
yeah,
So they are putting all their eggs into this basket for 2024.
yes,
Everything has been spot on. I cannot wait for this movie. CinemaCon stuff that happened, from what I've read online,
yeah,
especially this part right here, the Suck It Fox, I'm going to Disneyland. Dude,
yeah.
apparently there's a cameo as well.
Okay, cool.
That was like they were saying it's a worthy cameo that
Yeah,
was shown within, the little footage that was shown at CinemaCon. I'm hearing it was Kevin Feige. I think that
okay,
would be hilarious. I
okay.
think that would be hilarious. For
Do you
out of
think
all,
he's gonna kill Kevin Feige?
kill him, no, but I think out of everybody who can make a cameo, especially that we got so used to seeing Stan Lee for the longest time until his
Right,
passing, right? But to
right,
finally have Kevin Feige make a cameo thanks to Deadpool, it makes perfect sense.
right,
Perfect sense.
right.
Yeah.
And I do genuinely hope for a successful launch. What did he say, Ryan Reynolds? I hope for a successful relaunch. So, do you know whenever you're reading a new series, you start with the number one,
Yep.
everything's all good until you get to 5 or 6, and then it kind of starts going downhill. I hope that with them putting all of their chips on the table, that they're saying this is going to save the MCU. Just as long as they don't go back to the heavy DEI with the next film, because then you're going to have that. I started at number one, now I'm on number 5, and things suck again.
Yep.
I hope that they keep it flowing in a really, really good direction, and things start picking back up. Because I'm primarily a DC fan, but I want good Marvel movies again.
Yep.
Dude, I've rewatched Endgame and Infinity War like 6 times in the past 3 months because they're so good.
I don't blame you. Don't blame you. But anyways, let's move on from this because I can talk forever about it. But we'll move on because we've got Transformers 1. I don't know if you heard about this, man, but basically we're gonna get what seems to be the prequel of Cybertron stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. Apparently you're gonna see like Optimus and Megatron pre everything. So the voice casting is pretty impressive, very MCU-esque as well, because you've got Scarlett Johansson, you've got Chris Hemsworth on here. Now you got Brian Tyree Henry playing Megatron. Keegan Michael Key is playing Bumblebee. That's interesting. And of course, Lawrence Fishburne voicing Alphatron. Tryon, sorry. Amazing. And Sentinel Prime is going to be John Hamm. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this.
I actually listened to a audio drama that starred John Hamm, and he is a fantastic voice actor. I feel like John Hamm is really, really going to steal the show because his voice is amazing. I've actually got a fan casting for him as an older Batman and Bruce Wayne. I think he would actually kill it as Bruce Wayne. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a good cast, man. Lawrence Fishburne, especially, he kills it on everything that he plays in. And I feel like he has potential to do really good voice acting.
Yep. I'm pumped for this, man. I can't wait for it. Yeah, I see what you guys are talking about. Let's go. Have you seen Optimus in this? Not like our usual Optimus, exactly. So dude, like I said, I'm excited about it. But all right, let's move on because we got Joker Folie à Deux. and it launched a trailer. Now, I know people felt a certain way. I clearly saw the division. We'll talk about what we thought about it, but regardless of the fact, the attention and the eyes are definitely on this because 167 million views in 24 hours. That is pretty impressive
Yeah.
considering. Now, what I will say, I spoke about it over on the Comic Con podcast over on Friday, where we, touched on the trailer. Again, I've said it several times when it comes to this movie that I am not one for musicals. I don't enjoy musicals. I was actually watching Hercules, the animated, the original animated, right, from the cartoon from Walt Disney. And every time they're singing, I tend to cringe. And I'm a musician, dude. I don't get it, right? It's just I was a vocalist. Now you can see I'm trying to play drums, but Lady Gaga being tied to this, the way the movie's presenting itself, although it does feel very different of the Harley Quinn and Joker story that we've all come to know through comics, it's almost for certain this is going to be lined up for Oscars. Everyone feels that way. The Academy Awards are going to be lining up for this movie. It seems like that's where it's headed. A lot of eyes are going to be on this. I expect Lady Gaga to, because we're going to get jukebox musicals throughout, well, songs throughout the movie. They're saying there's going to be about like 35 songs or whatever it is. I am expecting at least an original from the two of them. You remember what she did with Bradley Cooper and that song became a hit?
That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if in Joker 2 we see such a thing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think one of the easiest things that you can do for a film like this, amid everything else that's going on with DC, the way I always look at DC films, I separate it based on writer and publisher. Okay. So with this film, Black Label. Okay. Yeah. So we're all familiar with DC Black Label. I would assume that a lot of us are. Well, I think what you have here, much like Matt Reeves with the Batman, you've got Black Label stories that are doing their own thing, and I think that's great because Black Label's not for everybody. Okay, Black Label's like for a specific audience. Yep. Granted, you want to make your money back and then some and have everybody come and watch your movie. But dude, this chick right here knows music. It's her heart and soul. Okay. Yep. She has done the weirdest shit in the forest completely butt naked for a week to try and write music. Okay. She's that weird. Yeah. So you have somebody who I think the director's like, hey, just be yourself because you're already weird enough. Okay. And this guy, talk about method acting. I mean, I know a lot of, I don't think it's going to be a musical in the sense that we always think musical. We always think like The Greatest Showman or The Lion King or things like that. Like, what was that? Les Miserables or however the fuck you pronounce that movie's name. Yeah. I think you're going to have a hit. I do. I think there's going to be a chemistry that's almost tangible in the theater when you go to watch it. Yeah. Because I walked out of Joker with my wife on a date. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, but we walked away haunted and speechless. It's kind of like seeing Sasquatch for the first time. You don't know what the fuck to say. You're like, what did I just, So I don't know. I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be weird for sure. Yeah. But it may be one of those movies that kind of messes with your brain,
I think that's exactly what we're going to be in for. It's going to be exactly what you described it, man.
Black Label. Yeah. Black Label, baby. just say it.
Yeah. So. Red X saying exactly that, man. Black Label is where it's at to bring on the gritty darkness, man. That's exactly what we all want to see.
If you have ever read Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity, which I cannot recommend enough, that's obviously it's a different story, but that's the vibe that you're going to be getting with this movie just from the trailer. And let's just for a second, if I can, the very end of that trailer, when she drew the way they lined up the camera work.
Oh man, that work.
Dude, that if that wasn't enough to hook you for this movie, then you shouldn't go watch it because that was perfect.
Yeah. I remember, perfect. Dude, it's funny you bring that up because that was my exact reaction when I saw that one scene. I was like, wow. Like, I wonder how many takes that took, right? Like camera angle, the positioning, like so well done. Yeah. Again, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest musical fan, and yes, Derek, exactly. If Barney's gonna start singing "I love you, you love me," I'm tuning the fuck out. But I'm
no. They would save that for Marvel. They would do that in a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Don't hate me, please. Don't hate me.
Yeah. So Derek, yeah, I agree, man. Margot is cartoony, funny, cutesy. Harley, this is going to be hunting, horrifying Harley. I see it, man. I
Yeah,
think Gaga's got acting chops, but vocally, she's one of my favorite performers, dude. She's one of
yeah,
the biggest pop artists out there. But I swear to God, I fell in love with her before she even dropped all that poker face stuff, because I remember seeing her performing live at it was like some festival, and I was like, dude, she's got chops, man. She
yeah,
has got some vocal chops. Then when I saw her line up with Metallica, I was like, holy cow, man, she's
yeah.
got range, bro. She can do
Right.
anything.
Well,
So
music is her heart and soul, and acting she has tapped into. She clearly showed that with Bradley Cooper.
yeah,
And I honestly believe when she got the casting call for this, it's probably going to end up being a passion work for her. I think it's something that she's probably going to throw her. I mean, she doesn't do work unless she's throwing her entire soul into it.
exactly.
I think you're going to get a Harley that's probably going to leave you a little bit haunted, much like Joaquin Phoenix's performance in the first one. Dude, when
Yep.
he crawled into the refrigerator in that movie, I felt like shouldn't be there. I was like, I feel like I'm watching an intimate moment with somebody who's losing his mind.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But the boys over on the Comic Con podcast asked me, after seeing the trailer, has your perspective changed after seeing it, right, regarding the movie? And I said slightly. It did, because after seeing that, I was like, hey, I'm slightly more interested than I was before. This looks pretty cool. So, slight different feelings after seeing it. So I'm pumped. I think we're all in agreement. So let's move on from this, and we're gonna talk. Yep, spoiler warning, guys. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to give you a countdown, because we are going to talk X-Men 97, episode 5. Holy cow, is all I'm going to say for now. So,
if you haven't seen this episode, leave now.
yep, leave now. I'm putting your scroll at the bottom for as we change the slides.
I'm putting my shades on so you don't see me cry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not ready. Oh man, episode 5. Let's get into it. I'll count it down, give you guys time to walk away. So we're going 3, 2, and 1. But here we go. First thing, dude, I had to come back to this maybe 3 times, right? I was like, what was that? I saw the silhouette, and I was like, no. At first, I thought it was somebody totally different, and then coming back to it, I'm like, holy shit, the Watcher is here in the episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
I didn't
now,
catch that.
yeah, now that we see the Watcher here, and this is the scene, right, when they're at the party, we got the Hellfire Gala going. Like, dude, there was a lot to unpack within this episode. I'm not going to unpack the entire episode because we'll be here for another hour.
Right.
But what a phenomenal episode. Everything from front to back was incredible. Michael Baker saying at first kind of looks like Golem, but
it looks like Nosferatu.
yeah, I had to come back to this because it's for a split second. You get to see that silhouette for no more than like half a second, and then fireworks go off. Dude, the fact that the Watcher is even in this animated series tells us this is going to be canon to the MCU. This is going to, it's multiverse related, right? And what's happening within the MCU, lots of multiverse stuff. So the events that are taking place within this episode at some point are going to impact what's happening across the MCU. I thought this was very neat. Like I said, there's tons of other stuff that happened prior to this within the episode that we will not discuss because there's a lot of stuff. It's a big episode, a lot to unpack. But this particular scene blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, here comes Uatu. We're in for some big stuff. Usually when he's there, it's because shit's about to go down, right?
Well, you have that connection with the multiverse, but also in the post-credit scene for the Marvels, they kind of confirmed that was the X-Men 97 Beast, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Exactly. So, yeah, Cliff saying I'm investing too much. No, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? We got Marvel. We got the What If series, right? And how did season 2 end? Well, we saw Loki. We saw Loki, but it was Captain Carter and Kahuri, the new character that was introduced within the series. The final seconds ends with them looking at Loki holding the multiverse together, right? So in that series, that is now canon to the MCU. That makes sense. Will they hop over into live action? Uatu obviously being very key to the whole What If series, now making his appearance here for a very minor second, overseeing what's happening in the X-Men 97 universe. I don't think that's done for nothing, Cliff. I don't think that's done for nothing. Anybody here watching, they're referencing something, whether it be one particular character, maybe the event. Hey, we're getting Cassandra Nova within Deadpool. Is Cassandra Nova behind what just took place? Who knows? We'll talk about what took place in just a second. But Jordan, I want to know, what were your thoughts seeing this now?
Well, see, now that I'm seeing it, I think it's pretty brilliant. I didn't see it. I think it's so cool. I'm just kind of staring at it just in all that it was even there in the first place, right?
Yeah.
And if that is the Watcher, and it really, now I see the silhouette of like the jacket thing and the that's cool. I mean, I don't know much about him as a character, but I think the fact that they were willing to put that nod in there, that means there's a lot more coming down the line. Like you said, they're connecting things.
Yes.
Just like the stars are connecting there, they're connecting dots. And that is the way they lined up the stars with his eyeballs that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
but
really
yes, cool. I do want to point out what you guys are saying. I know Bastian's coming 100%. Yes, Bastian is coming. He says he's coming. Yeah. What's Cable doing, though? It seems like Cable is constantly trying to stop this from happening, right? He's trying to save them.
Hey, can you do me a favor, just real quick? Tell me who Bastion is.
So I'll see if I can pull up some images just to give you a better idea as well.
Okay.
So Bastion, X-Men, 97.
I've heard of Mr. Sinister and Magneto and some of these other characters. I've never heard anybody talk about Bastion before.
Yep. Hold on.
You guys forgive me if I'm committing some type of heresy.
No, but I want to give you pretty much an image, right, as well. So I'm just going to try to pull this up. Hold on. So this here is Bastion within comics. Now,
okay,
might as
cool
well.
Character.
Yeah, he's very neat. I love him.
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
badass. But
yeah, he looks awesome.
What I want to show you is the event that happens next, right?
Is he a mutant?
Here, well, as you saw, he's pretty much, I want to say cyborgish, but okay. you saw this, right? The attack that took place. A lot of people saying that he's behind this, and I see it. I totally see it. I think it's 100% him. If not him, it's Cassandra Nova. It's one of the two.
Okay.
Now, Cable coming back, and it seems like it's not his first attempt at it, right? Saying that, you know, he's coming type thing, and it's like he's trying to save that event from happening. I wonder if that's why the Watcher is there now, right? Because there's kind of the time jumping and all that stuff taking place.
This is the type of event with everything that we saw. This has a huge ripple effect through the multiverse. I mean, you're talking about some alpha mutants and the things that happen. That's big. That's really, really big. And also that's a spiritual shift for Magneto, willing to do what he did. That's a big deal, dude.
Yeah.
That's a complete character development within seconds.
Yeah.
That's
so huge. Yeah. Cliff pretty much summarized it here. And she is saying Bastion is a mix of Nimrod, Sentinel from Future, and Master Mold after they were thrust through the siege Perleus, a device that gives the person its greatest desire.
That's wild. That's cool, man. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to look for that story. If anybody knows that storyline where I can find that in like a trade paperback, send that to me, because I would love to read that. If anybody has like the Bastion storyline.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll hit you up after with all of the Bastion stuff. But
please do. I'll hunt them down and read them.
But definitely with him being there, like I said, with Cable now doing what he did, saying that, you know, he's coming type thing. I wonder if this all ties to the Watcher. Was the Watcher, you know, now overseeing this for a certain reason? Is it going to impact something throughout the multiverse? We'll see. We'll see. But something that does happen, well, this guy right here. Yeah, this guy right here.
Shit.
Now, look, we didn't get to really see him the same way we saw the next person, right? After his demise. Magneto looks like he's gone. It looks like we lost him. But did we? That's the question. Do we think he's maybe going to come back as somebody different?
Well, I mean, you can always just say comic books, right? Because we always know that there is usually potential room for a type of resurrection. How they would do that, because if that beam was an obliteration beam, like complete obliteration, there's no hope, right? You're
Yeah.
talking about his essence and his soul gone. So I guess it depends on. I mean, that Sentinel was beaming everybody and wiping them out. But if he's an alpha, right? If he has, or no, Omega, I'm sorry. If he's an Omega level and he has the ability to, I don't know if he was shielding himself more powerfully than he has before, maybe there's a chance that he can come back somehow because he is an Omega level.
Chia Pet is in the chat now. I don't want to take any credit from Chia Pet. He did hit me up with a theory. So Chia Pet, if you want to share it, feel free within the chat.
Okay. I'm
But
all ears.
there was reference to costume changes, and we do know that within, the all new X-Men, that does exist, right? There is costume changes on that end. So I'm only going to leave it at that when it comes to Magneto. Is there a possibility you might want to look at a certain book, an annual to be specific?
Okay.
So who knows? Maybe they'll touch on that stuff, but I'll leave that to Chia Pet. We can come back to the comments on that one. But what did happen?
Jesus, man.
Yep.
Oh,
Gambit.
boy.
Yes, mon ami. Gambit took one for the team, and as the only man took down that triple-headed Sentinel that you saw there. Now,
not only did he do that, but in his last moments, he saw the woman that he was falling in love with being romanticized by Magneto. And even though Rogue said what she said to him, that she's at the last moment, she's like, I'm sorry, it's all good, I don't want to do this. Gambit didn't hear that.
Yeah.
All he saw was them falling in love with one another, but he still pushed through and fought side by side with her. That right there is a man.
Yep.
That's a man's man.
Yep. It was, yes. His name is Gambit, mon ami. Remember it. It was probably one of the best. Dude, I want to compare it to when Iron Man said,
"Oh Jesus,"
his final words and did the snap. I think it's up there. I think
don't do. I can't do it, man. Don't.
Yeah. I think it's up there for big moments. And to think an animated series would hit so hard, right?
Yeah, no, I honestly, other than maybe some DC animated stuff having some big hitter moments, I think this is probably one of the heaviest. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of anime out there that has those matching moments, but as far as American animation, this is probably one of the heaviest moments that I've ever seen. And, I had to work the next morning. I almost fucking called my workplace and was like, I'm sorry, guys, I can't do it. Gambit died. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
It's heavy shit. And my wife has just asked Caroline, man. She literally cried herself to sleep. Like, she was not okay.
Yeah, it was very rough, but exactly what you said, man. It's the fact that one of the last things he'll ever remember is the fact that he saw her side by side with Magneto.
Yeah.
He'll never know. He'll never know that she chose him, type thing.
Shit.
And yeah,
Shit.
it was a big outing. Chia Pet saying, using Ace of Base, Happy Nation, a song talking about happiness but haunting. Damn, what a choice. Yeah.
That was the hell of a choice for a song too, bro.
Yep. It was insane, dude. Everything about it was absolutely perfect. Now, I want to highlight what Chia Pet said about Magneto because, yeah, I think this is pretty spot on and a great possibility as well because Zorn within the comics is exactly that. In the Morrison run, a new character comes that is called Zorn, later revealed as Magneto in disguise. Now, if you're wondering who I'm talking about, I'll show you guys exactly who that is because you can see it over on Google. Here you go. So within that run, it was the annual. I think it was I forget which book it was. Which annual?
It would be Grant Morrison that would make something weird.
Yeah, for sure. But it's very possible that we do see the X-Men change to these types of costumes that we saw within comics, right?
That's
I don't know if you guys
crazy looking character.
Yeah, within the new X-Men stuff, I don't know why I said all new X-Men. I apologize for that before, but in the new X-Men run, like we saw Zorn, and it is a possibility. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Like I don't discredit Chia Pet's theory. I think it's a great one. In all honesty, but what an episode. This especially being super, super heavy.
Dude. And I gotta say too, to Marvel, like dude, how dare you? Because if you think about it, there's a good possibility, and I'm just throwing this number out there, but there's a good possibility that like 20 to 30% of the people who are watching this show have never watched X-Men, have never read the books, and didn't even watch the old stuff. They just tuned in because it was new. They let you fall in love with this fucking rad character, and then they rip your heart out, Marvel. How dare you?
Yep.
You know, like before I even was able to really get to know him. Damn.
Yep. Now, Michael Baker asking if I can pull up Uncanny X-Men 247, and absolutely, bro. It's going to be my pleasure, especially for somebody like you contributing so much to the show. But Uncanny X-Men 247, this is the cover, and it's funny because I've seen this for dirt cheap for the longest time. So it might still be a good opportunity to pick this up if you guys are interested. But yeah, dude, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. But all right, guys, that was the show. Of course, Jordan, my brother, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a pleasure. Look, 2 hours felt nowhere close to 2 hours.
It went really quick. I have had a blast. I hope it's not the last time I can come on because this has been fun.
Dude, the door is open. Anytime you want on, definitely swing by. And guys, like I said, Jordan just hit 2,000 followers over on Instagram. Go and get those numbers even higher for the man because he's doing some great things.
We will be doing a giveaway, I promise.
Yeah, I enjoy checking out your stuff, especially your posts with your kids. You know, you have
they're great. My middle child, Carol Lee, she's just a blast, man. She is a comic book fanatic, and I gotta be honest with you. She lately, when she's at the store, she sells more books than I do.
Yeah.
So
good for her, man.
She's awesome. I have a feeling one day that my kids are gonna be running that like with no problem.
Hey, man, you keep that love going for them. Sky's the limit, man. Especially within such a great hobby. I enjoy it. So, I wish my kids eventually want to take over this massive amount of books here that I'm sitting on.
Yeah.
But
well, and it's like I tell them too, man. Watch when you start reading, and you're not just specking and you're not just flipping. You will see the hobby form into a passion. Because you will learn to fall in love with the artists and the writers and the characters, especially the characters. And that really is what it's all about for us at our store. So if any of you are ever, not as a plug or anything, but if any of you are ever near the Crump area on a Saturday or Sunday, please come holler at us and hang out. We have a futon.
Yeah, there you go.
Futon, right? Do you care if I give a quick plug to Critical Entertainment?
No, you can plug whatever you want. This is your time, buddy.
I promised that I would. They are based in Los Angeles, California. They've been up and running for about a year, and they've had a very, very successful launch. They're also doing a collaboration with Patriot Comics, who is working with Jamie Foxx. They're working with Nicolas Cage. They're adapting Netflix films into graphic novels like this here, this Nicolas Cage cover here. If you can see it, Ghostland. It's pretty rad.
Put it back up. Sorry.
Critical Entertainment, they've got some really cool things coming down the line. Lifeboat, I had the chance to actually review this one here, Planetary Expansion. So definitely check out Critical Entertainment, their Instagram, their Facebook, and it's exactly as it is spelled right here, if you can see that. So give them a follow. And one more thing that I want to highlight that I'm kind of proud of, and my kids have been involved and they're going to be doing the coloring and stuff. We have an Eternal Comics 1-of-1 exclusive there with our symbol. And I'm going to be venomizing it. I'm going to be learning how to venomize. And you got the little 1-in-1 and the watermark there. So a little plug there for a 1-in-1 Eternal Comics exclusive that will be colored soon. I'll be posting that, but it's going to be completely venomized. So that's all I got. Check out Critical Entertainment because they're doing some amazing things. Jason Mendoza and Christopher Rita are the publishers. And
that's awesome, man.
You can definitely check out their stuff.
Let me know when you're ready to put up that 1-for-1 exclusive.
Yeah, man. It's pretty cool. Got the E here. I am not an artist by any means. I'm a doodler, but I think I did pretty cool on the E. And my wife is going to be coloring this one in with the help of the kids. And it's a Batman black and white. So there you go.
Yep. But guys, I appreciate everybody in the chat who came to support, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel because there's a lot more content coming your way. Of course, new comic book day is going to be dropping this week. So definitely going to drop a new comic book day video to let you guys know prior to heading out to pick up your books, which books, you know, have some information behind them, you know, first appearances and so forth. You make of it what you will. We won't tell you what to buy, but we rather you know before you go. And that's myself and Lefteros when I say we. Now, last few things I want to say before we step on out, guys. I unfortunately, again, next week will have to drop a pre-record because I'm headed off to Austria and Slovakia. I'm going to be in Europe next week. So I leave on Sunday when the show goes live. So a pre-record will drop, but I will be back in time for the following Sunday show. So I'll be on the flight back home, preparing the show, preparing the slides. As you can see, there's lots of slides to prepare, but it's what I think about an 8-hour flight, so we're good. I've got time to prepare. So I'll be back the following Sunday live. So next week pre-record. After that, we're back at it 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Take a picture of some of the food you're going to be eating there, bro.
Oh, for sure. I know Guy Forge definitely wants to see some of that. But some other things I want to say. Oh, sorry, Cliff, I missed your comments. Check out X-Men Second Coming. Bastin has a major role in that as well.
All right, thank you. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, there you go. But Dan De La Torre, I saw your comment before, and I just want to remind everybody, tonight, the giveaway, I don't promote. I'm not doing this to promote and get subscribers. I don't want to give away. I want to give away to the good people who actually come to check out this show every week, every Sunday. So I'm not trying to buy my way to subscribers. I just want you guys to feel appreciated the way I really feel appreciated by seeing you here every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So Dan De La Torre also donating a giveaway. It's an EGS slab for Hulk 122. So keep an eye out for that. There are going to be more giveaways rolling out when you don't even know it's going to happen. Least expected, they will take place.
Okay.
And a big shout out to Caroline and Kimberly tonight for all the super chats. Nothing but love. Like I said, Jordan, hit me up with your address. We will definitely take care of them. Yeah. Guys, thank you for the safe travel wishes. Thank you for tuning in. I will be back, like I said, with a new comic book day video this week. And of course, next week pre-record. Guys, please go follow Eternal Comics over on Instagram. Show some love. The guy's doing nothing but awesomeness for his store, for his family, for the community, and nothing but love. Guys, have yourselves a great week, and we will catch you again next Sunday. Adios, guys.